All right. What is up, everybody? How is the mic? Let me know if everything's good. Welcome to Derp and Coffee. Today, I am Lau. There's a lot of exciting things happening with Dirt Birds right now. I'm starting this live stream a little early. So if you guys are watching now on YouTube, I appreciate you guys tuning in early. I'm going to start the Derp and Coffee right at 10 o'clock. I'm just kind of making sure everything's running smooth before, but thank you for tuning in. We're going to do like a little bit of just like looking at stats and different things. Right now I'm on Discord. I have Discord up. Just trying to make sure I have everything ready to go. Let me know if the mic situation is good. And yeah, yes, I started YouTube already, but Derp and Coffee is not going to start until 10 o'clock. Yeah, so let's get to it. So there was a tweet this morning for the announcement of pendulum staking for derps, which, I mean, if you're paying attention, you saw that coming. You knew that was happening. I'm sure pendulum floor is, everything's nice. Everything's good. Thank you, Josh. Appreciate you, man. Yeah, so it's been exciting. Probably, I mean, like the last month or so has been really exciting for Dirt Birds. If you go and look at the activity, it's just been steady, just staying steady and then going up. Right now we're at a 600 floor. I mean, this one was just thrown in there just recently. I imagine it was like six. Yeah, so they just listed that. Yeah, this is crypto issues. What you talking about? I'm not sure what you mean by that. But yeah, these are the recent listed, low to high. I mean, the thing about this is the reason why I'm like, yo, what's up, Camcraft? The reason I am excited about this is because, I mean, this weekend they're going to be announcing more partners. They have the one they just announced this morning, so that was Pendulum. And then there's going to be at least 4 others for sure. And if you're paying attention, you can kind of guess what it's going to be. It's going to be most likely, I mean, they were hanging out with Knackfish from Tavern Squad. That's like, I think, a match made in heaven just because of their dungeon raid system. And just the RPG style, the lore, the art itself, like it's just, I think Tavern Squad is gonna be one of them. I think Zombie Chains is one. I think On Board is one, and I think oh, your name is Crypto. Oh, okay. Yeah, appreciate you tuning in, man. You're one of the Raccoon Syndicate guys. I recognize your PvP from that, PFP from that. Pendulum, Tavern Squad, Zombie Chains, Mutant, and oh, you think the Ape Society? Interesting. Maybe. The guess is that they've been talking with those guys, so that's a possibility. That 5th one, man, is it Mutant? Is it the Ape Society? Is it somebody? Is it On Board? There might be On Board as one of them. My guess. It's working. Thanks for the invite. I'm Zam. Oh, what's up, Zam? You see Dave's tweet to yes, I saw it. Yeah, it's a possibility. I think so. I want to make sure I'm good on time. Yeah. Okay, so it's 9:54 right now. I'll have the Twitter Spaces starting at the same time as this. So I'll be answering questions from you guys. I'll be doing the Twitter Space. So if you want to just listen in and not really have YouTube up, you can do that. But you'll be able to hear everything, I'm pretty sure, on here. I just want to make sure the audio and everything's good. You got 93 raccoons and 15 OG clay, 5 GC clays, 15 large pitches, and a lot more stuff. Yeah, well, I would call you the raccoon guy if you have 93 raccoons. That's awesome, man. That's awesome. So yeah, the partnership staking right here for Derps. The floor, it's just, man, look how thin. It's 186 NFTs. We kind of hit under the 200 mark yesterday. We got under the 200 mark. And so, dude, it's thin. And then look, these are all commons. I mean, if you look at the scare floor, those go up so quick. I mean, 740, 800, and then, man, it's in the 900s, close to 1,000 after that. So that's really exciting. Yeah. So I am gonna start the Twitter space soon. So bear with me. I'll get all that set up. I want to make sure everything's running good. This is like the first time I do YouTube streaming, so it's something new for me. I've done Twitch streaming before, and I like it, but I like the way this is set up. I like the way everything's going with this, and I'm gonna get the Twitter Spaces going. Hopefully that works well and is you can hear everything. Stream is smooth. Great. That's good to hear. Let me get, and so the way I can do this now, because I had to do it on my phone, right? Twitter Space is only on your phone, only on mobile, which is crazy. It should be on desktop. But somebody, Laura from, she's from Tavern Society, not Tavern Society, Ape Society. She told me about BlueStacks. I knew about BlueStacks, but I was like, oh, that's right. BlueStacks is basically mobile apps on your desktop. And so I was able to download Twitter here so that I can do this all on my desktop, which is awesome. I love it. Yeah, I'm just reading. Okay, I'm gonna start. I'll start it right at 10. I'll start right at 10. I just want to make sure I don't miss anything. That everything's good to go. Let me check Discord, what these guys are doing. What is this? Hold on. Somebody tag. What is? Oh, that's the what Camcraft was just talking about. So grab a derp, stake it in a frame on your own non-custodial staking system. Partner staking launches Monday, so they'll be announcing everything. I think I think they're announcing the 5 by Sunday, and then they're launching it to go live. Like if you have a pendulum or whatever ones, to go live on Monday. I know Geek was working on it last night. And let's just say that it also benefit you. So he's talking to a Ape Society PFP. Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. Cool. All right, let's get this going, dude. This is fun. I used to stream, and I was like, man, what can I do? And I was thinking yesterday. I was like, what if I just made my Derp and Coffee a YouTube stream where I can basically kind of do like analysis, which I do anyway over the voice, but that you guys can actually see it. If you want to tune in on YouTube Live, you can, or you could listen to it on the Twitter Space, which is perfectly fine. But I wanted to do it, and I'm excited that it's working right now. Yeah, BlueStacks is the loophole, but why is Twitter and TikTok so mid with their phone only? I don't know. I don't know. I like that I can do stuff on my desktop. Okay, so let's get started. We're gonna start now. Oh snap. Okay. How do I get out of this? Oh crap. Let me X out of this, and then I'll start it back up. Hold on, guys. Bear with me. Bear with me. No, not this one. No, that's not what I want. Not that either. Oh, I just gotta click. I just gotta click on Twitter. All right, there we go. Gonna start up. We're gonna get this going. Ready to go here soon. All right, let's see if it works now. Okay, I think. Oh my gosh, stop. Let's get this. Mic is off. Turn it on. All right. What is up, everybody? We are live here. Yeah, I think it's working. I think it's working. Can everybody hear me? All right, let's what's up, everybody? This is Derp and Coffee. If you're just tuning in now, just filing in now, I also have a live stream going on YouTube where you can see my beautiful face, or you can just listen here on mobile if that's your choice. And we'll be joined here in a second by a special guest to talk about NFTs, about derps, about anything and everything crypto related. I know some of you guys. Okay, what just happened? Crap. Let me join back in. All right. It just freaked out on me. Sorry, guys. Let me try this again. All right. It just kind of closed on me. It glitched out, but I'm back. I know I've been kind of talking about the special guest that's joining. It's someone that I'll just wait until they join. But let's just make sure everything's good to go. If you can't join on mobile, then send your questions in on desktop on Discord, or if you can't speak or anything and you want to ask a question, I'm also live on YouTube right now. I shared a link not too long ago. Let me see if I can click out of this and the Twitter space is still going on. Is that still happening? Am I having, oh yeah, I think it's still going on. So I'm good. So if I click out of this, I still have this going down here. Yeah. Awesome. So I click back on this. I'm in here. Perfect. What's up, Slumber? How you doing today, man?
What up, bro? I'm just chilling, man. About to go to Best Buy actually and pick up the new Google Pixel watch.
Oh, really? How much? Which one is that?
I don't know. It's like smart. I don't know. It's similar to the Apple Watch, I guess.
Okay,
But it just came out.
Yeah. Yeah, so guys, if there's any technical difficulties, audio, things are loud, things are low, mics going in and out or whatever, please let me know, because I'm doing a lot of different things right now. So I just want to make sure that I have everything good to go. I'm waiting on the special guest. You guys know who this is. If you don't know who this is, then you haven't been around Derp Discord or Twitter or anything. But we're going to be joined by him here in a second. And we're going to be talking about NFTs, Derp Birds, CNFT Con, just the whole deal. And hopefully you guys enjoy it and we get some good feedback from this person. And that we could talk about, man, what's going on with Derps and other projects, and the projects that this person is involved with, and they've been in the space for a while. And so someone said, I can't hear you on Twitter, sir, only on YouTube. Interesting. Can you guys hear me on Twitter?
Yeah, it's probably just like connection. I don't know. Sometimes it glitches.
It shows my mic coming through on Twitter. Interesting. It might just be that person. That's good now. Okay. It might be when I switch out. So I'm gonna keep this little screen up here. But yeah, cool. So we've seen. I was just saying that we've seen. Man, Derps have hold steady. We were down a little bit after the initial pump after the 1 year live anniversary, 1 year anniversary stream that Dave did. We went down to there were some Derps selling around 370, 380, maybe even 350. I remember. And then we just kind of held strong at the 400 mark, and then it was just steadily kind of going up and going up and going up, and then we were trying to break through that 500 floor, and finally did so. And now we are sitting at a 600 floor, and it's very thin, so it's exciting, and it's not all about floor price. But the cool thing about this is that, man, once you get to announcing the partnership staking. Now, these announcements for partnership staking may not necessarily drive action like we think. I think the people that have Derp birds have Derp birds. I don't think any of the partner staking people that we're announcing will go and be like, oh man, I need to get a Derp bird. More than likely, they probably have one already, which is okay. I think it will drive the floors of those projects, because if you have a Derp bird, you can grab those other projects. Maybe their floors are a little bit lower, and you can grab more of those and earn more Derp that way for less ADA than actually going and grabbing a Derp bird or whatever, or a Derp ape or a Derpling or pred. And just to clear things up, I know there was a lot of confusion yesterday on the tweet that Dave posted about the partnership staking. And just to make things very, very clear, easy to understand, because there were people that read into it and didn't read all the way, or maybe lost context. You also have to understand that each little tweet, you can only hold so much information. So you have to try to put it as precise as possible without making it look bad or repeating yourself in the tweet. But anyway, right now, you have to have an OG Derp bird to open up or allow access to partnership staking. So if you have an OG, then you have access to partnership staking. Now, after that, any Derp NFTs you have, whether it's OG, Pred, Derpling, Derp Ape, those account for how many partnership staking NFTs you can stake. So I have one OG, right? That opens up the partnership staking, and that allows me to stake at least, exactly 10 partners NFTs. So if I have 10 Pendulum, then I can stake all 10 Pendulum with one OG, because that's the key. And then that's also a limit amount of 10. If I don't have an OG Derp bird right now, I cannot partner stake, right? If I have an OG Derp bird and a Pred, then I can stake 18 partner stake NFTs. So 10 from the OG Derp and 8 from the Pred. And then Derpling and Derp Ape, same thing. They get 4 each. So if I have an OG Derp and a Derpling, basically a lot of people, if they've been in the project for a while, they have an OG derp and a derpling because they went through the eggs and they hatched it. So just a derp bird and a derpling, you can stake 14 pendulum right now and be earning derp whenever it goes live Monday. So that's kind of just a breakdown. And the thing that got people confused was he said that the OG derp is the key right now to open up partnership staking, right? In the future, it might be open to other derp NFTs, meaning right now it's OG derps, but it could be, if you just have a pred, you can open up partnership staking. If you just have a derpling, you can. So, but right now it's just OG derp. And so that was the confusing part. I think people thought that the limit of the amount of partnership staking was him saying, oh, you can have, but anyway, if anybody's confused by that explanation, please let me know. But we got a requested to speak here. Oh, I guess he dropped out of speaking. It glitched out. Yes. So we got a few of you guys in here right now. What's up? Smiley, Erica, I'm gonna call you out. You're lurking, but I'm gonna call you out. What's up, Fadactyl, Crypto Issues, VJ, Easy Monte, Manete? I don't even know it. I guess it's Lonnie, Jason, DJ, Michael, and George. Thank you guys for tuning in. This is Derp and Coffee. I'm waiting for our special guests, but I don't know where they're at right now. Should I show this live on stream? I got a DM from Derp from King Dave. I'm gonna show it really quick. All right, don't screenshot that. Oops. I shouldn't have did that. Oh well. Anyway, let's go back to, okay, we got a requested. Who's this? No. Request to speak, Michael. I don't know. I'll approve you. What's up, Michael? How you guys doing this morning? I know a lot of you guys may be in different time zones and stuff. Sorry, I forget that I'm on voice and that you're listening to me and only me, and then I stop talking because I'm typing because I can't do the two things at once. It's hard for me to type and talk at the same time.
It's all good. I hope you don't mind. I had my hand up, but if you're going to be typing,
yeah. Go ahead. Go ahead. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, it's fine. I'm new here. I don't mind waiting my turn. I just wanted to ask about the staking. I know I'm earning Derp without really having to stake my Derp birds right now. Am I going to have to actively go and stake my NFTs somewhere? And I'm also interested in like the art update. Am I going to have to pay something or mint something or do some sort of transaction to get that done?
Okay. To answer your first question, so you have Derp birds, and what Derp NFTs do you have right now?
I have 2 OGs and 2 Derplings, and I don't really think I'll have anything of the new projects, but just out of curiosity.
Okay, so right now you can, if you go to the Derp Bird app, right now you can, if you connect your Discord, so that's how we track the account. It's connected to your Discord. Then you connect your wallet that you have those NFTs in. You can do multiple wallets. So I have like 3 wallets, I think, connected because I have different NAMI accounts with different NFTs in them. So you can connect multiple ones, and once you connect that wallet and your account's connected, it'll see those NFTs in the wallet in your account, and it'll automatically, you'll start earning XP. So if you have 2 OG derps and 2 derplings and it's in those wallets and it's connected, you're earning XP. You can, and that's every epic you get XP. You can claim anytime you want. So you can allow that XP to accumulate as much as you want. And when you go to claim, that's whenever it changes the XP to Derp, and it sends that Derp token to your wallet. So you can let it stack. It doesn't have to be at any particular time. You can claim it whenever. So that's how you stake. You don't have to send your NFTs off. You don't have to do any of that. It's just an account. Your wallet's connected to that account, and your Derp's inside that account. As far as the Derp 2.0, I don't know the exact details, but just an overview of what we've learned so far. It's going to be a token migration. So your two OG Derps, if you want to convert them to 2.0, all you have to do is have those OG Derps, and it'll probably be, I don't know if you've participated in the pred conversion, but it'll probably be something similar to that, like an event where you have your OG Derps and they transformed into the 2.0. So what you're going to do is because that OG Derp is on a closed policy, you're going to send, technically we can't burn the OG Derps because they're on closed policy, but they'll be sent to a wallet that the team doesn't have access to. So in a sense, it'll be burned, right? But when you send that OG Derp in for the closed policy, that you're going to get back your Derp 2.0 on a different open policy, but you'll also get the OG art with that Derp 2.0, right? And the amount of cost there's not a number yet, but it is said that, or it was mentioned that the look, we had a Derp sale. That common Derp sold for 600. Okay, cool. It was mentioned that the exchange would cost a little bit of Derp token. So if you have that Derp OG and you're staking right now, I'm pretty sure you have enough to participate in the conversion, right? So it won't cost you any ADA to convert, except for like transaction fees, which will be very minimum. It might be like 2 ADA or something, because it's going to be more than likely it'll be a multi-sig smart kind of conversion. So it'll be a little bit more expensive than your normal transaction of sending stuff, but it'll cost, for sure, we know it'll cost a little bit of Derp to make that exchange. When that happens, I know the art should be finished before the end of the year for sure. Like they said they want it to be done. As far as when the exchange and that event happens, I don't know. Hopefully that happens like soon after the trailer releases, which would be cool. It just depends on how quickly the art is done. And we all know Cosmo likes to perfect things. So he's not going to put out anything he feels is not up to par or, the best that he can put out. And I love that. It might aggravate other people because, man, they're like, man, I want my stuff now. But it'll be something that is worth the wait, I really feel, and it'll be fun. So let me get who is here. There was somebody that requested to speak, but I don't see it now. Oh, down here. Okay, awesome. All right, awesome. What's up? Who is that? Jason, what's up, man?
Good, man. I just wanted to say hello. I've had interactions with a couple people in this room already, like on Twitter, and just jumped in from time to time. I'll just hop into random Cardano spaces. So I was just wondering, would you be able to explain more to me about like what would be considered an OG derp and kind of like what's going on with your project? I kind of caught you guys like mid
Yeah.
like idea, and just I've always had, like I said, I've had good interactions with people from this community, so I'm just like happy to learn more and see if there's any way I can also get myself involved.
Yeah. So right now, when we talk about OG derps, we mean the original collection. So the original collection is Derp Birds. So if you know a little bit about the project, just like a quick breakdown. It's first it was the Derp Birds, which we call OGs, the original 10,000 Derp Birds. You'll see majority of the people in here have those as their PFP. So it's that 10K, and then after Derps was we were able to incubate them for eggs. So there's Derp eggs. Then those eggs hatched into 7,500 Derplings. Those Derplings carried the DNA of the original Derp Birds. Then after Derplings was Derp Apes. I don't know if anybody here has a Derp. Oh yeah, Fadactyl Q has a Derp ape, but it's like a Derp ape and a seal mixed. So Derp apes were launched, and Derp apes were. It's funny. It was like at the time there was a bunch of ape projects coming out. So Derp apes was basically kind of the funny meme towards all these ape projects happening, and the artists at the time had sent out some sneak peeks of Derp apes, and we were laughing. The community loved it, but then like a few weeks later, they were like, "All right, here we go. We're testing this multi-segment, and you get to get Derp apes." They become a reality, and we were like, "What's going on?" So Derp apes was like kind of this meme that came to life, and then also helped us to test minting technology. And good thing we tested it, because there was a lot of hiccups along the way. And so that's Derp apes. There's 8,888 of those. Those have become kind of a fan favorite. It's a different art style, and so that's Derp apes. And then after Derp apes was Pred, and Pred are currently still minting. And so Pred is Derp backwards. It's the enemies of the Derps, and they are invading Derpatonia. And so the whole Pred invasion portal is basically Preds coming and snatching up Derps and Derplings. And so the lore, that's the lore behind that conversion. They're attacking Derpatonia, and then the way you get a Pred at first was Derplings and Derps. So you can do 2,500 Derplings plus an egg, and you get a Pred. And then you can do 2,500 Derps and an egg, and you get a Pred. Now, the cap on Derplings is over. We've already done all 2,500. So now it's just Derps and egg to get a Pred. And I know that sounds very expensive right now, and it is. But the whole gamification aspect of it is like, okay, do I want to send off one of my Derp Birds that right now is a 600 floor plus, oh my goodness, this notification. Oh my, stop. Okay, I got to turn this off. Turn off. Yep, there we go. Sorry, I was getting notifications on my computer. So where was that? Pre-conversion. So yeah, do I exchange a 600 ADA floor Derp and I don't know what eggs are right now, like 100 ADA egg to get a Pred that's at like a 400 floor? But the cool thing is it's gamified. There is a chance that you get a higher ranked Pred, which costs a little bit more. And really, at this point, it's really, you can go with the whole I'm gonna sell it eventually, so I don't want to spend this much ADA, or you can be like, no, I want me a Pred, and I want to try to get a rank 3 or rank 4 as the highest rank Pred. So there's that whole aspect of it. So right now I think we still have like 1,200 more Preds that can be minted. I don't think it'll happen because we don't have enough eggs. That's like a very wait, hold on. Give me a second. Something's going on here. Hold on. Do I look tired, CDC? What? I guess maybe I just woke up not that long ago, and it might have I'm old, so I might have bags under my eye. Anyway, yeah, so that's a rough breakdown of the roadmap and what you need to know about Derp. So I hope I answered that for you, Jason, and yeah, so I don't know if you had a second question. I know you were asking about OG Derps, but yeah, I hope that kind of explained a little bit about what Derp Birds is.
Yeah, no, you definitely explained that really well. And even the Preds too. I didn't even know I had a question about that, but um,
Yeah.
I do remember seeing them like pop up here and there just because I thought they were really cool. But that's funny to know that it's just Derp backwards. I'm literally a Derp and would never have gotten that.
Yeah,
Um,
it was like a community thing. Somebody's like, man, dirt spelled backwards is pred. That kind of sounds like an enemy. You know, like it just kind of evolved. Like a lot of the stuff, if you stick around the Discord and the community, a lot of the stuff, like the name Derpling, that came from the community. Pred came from the community. There was like a time when we were doing the incubation with the Dave backs. The Dave backs have the egg on the back, and so people were like, hey, if I have an egg on my back, do I get like an extra egg or something? And the devs actually implemented that, so like when you're incubating, you had a 50% you had a chance to get a second egg when you incubated. So like different things like that, you'll notice that the community kind of had input, and so it's really cool that they had it like that. So yeah, if you have any more questions, feel free.
yeah, no, and I'm assuming it's sort of no, that's a stupid question. Never mind. Yeah,
No,
I answered
it's
that in
not a
my
dumb
own head.
question. Ask it. I want to know.
I was just gonna assume that the staking is the same way as like most projects go, where it's just like by wallet basis. For some reason, I keep thinking that there's gonna be like a way for us to like lend our quote unquote like partner projects to someone and just like be able to like rent out staking availability, but not there yet.
So I think you could do that on your own. I don't think it'll be like officially like through the Dirtbird app. So to kind of answer your question, yeah, it's non-custodial staking. So I was explaining earlier that all you have to do is have an account on the Dirtbird app, and your wallets that you have your NFTs in connected to that account, and bam, you're already staking. You're earning XP for whatever derp you have, whatever derpling you have, derp 8, pred, whatever. So you're earning XP for that, and you can let it accumulate, and then you could claim it whenever you want. And when you claim it, it turns into the derp token that goes to your wallet that you claim it with. Now, as far as the partnership staking is concerned, you could say you have right now the only partner staking announcement we have is Pendulum. So say you have Pendulum NFTs in your wallet. So if you have an OG Derp, you have access to start staking those Pendulum NFTs and earning Derp that way. And so you could technically personally set up, like if you trust this person, if you want to rent out your NFTs to people. Now this is not officially in for Derps or through the app. So this would be something you do on your own, but I could see people lending out, say they don't have an OG Derp and they're like, man, I can't afford an OG Derp, but I have a bunch of Pendulum. And you know, this person, your friend has a Derp NFT. So they're like, okay, well, I'll send you my Pendulum. You'll earn the Derp and then we'll split the difference or something like that, you know? And it really depends. That could be a good play later on because Derp token could be something that grows in value and is utilized in the Derp ecosystem that people want to have. And maybe they don't have the ADA to buy it on MuesliSwap or whatever, whoever's selling it, so that they can get Derp that way passively and be able to participate in the ecosystem. All right. All right.
Who the fuck let Alex up here?
This is so much fun. You guys just keep going. I want to play with this stuff. I didn't even know.
You found the sound thing.
Yeah,
huh?
this is super cool.
All right, guys, if you didn't know, the guest is Alex. All right. I don't know. You guys made it seem like it was this big deal. Did you change your name to Lucid for a second, or was that actually Lucid?
Yeah, I was trying to play you guys, but then I fucked up completely my connection. I don't know what the fuck happened there.
So the special guest is Alex today. As many of you know, Alex is very very blunt. He says it like it is. And so, Alex, thank you for joining me for Derp and Coffee. I know it was kind of like short notice, but I enjoyed your CNFT Con live commentary and all the stuff you were tweeting. And I was thinking during the week, I was like, man, I want to have somebody on talk about CNFT Con and things going on with NFTs. And I was like, I'm just gonna ask Alex, see what's up. Like, it'd be cool to have him on. And so thank you for responding. But anyway, do you want to introduce yourself and let people know who you are for those that don't know who you are?
Sure. And I appreciate that. Honestly, that's so out of my comfort zone. I don't like to be nice on social media. So for me, it was like very weird to write something that I really care about. But for me, I don't know what to say. Like, I'm with Dirtbirds from day one. I'm obsessed with NFTs for last year, a little bit longer than that. Other than that, I just love to go and shit on projects because I like the reactions. I think it's super fun. I don't like boring communities or boring talks. So I don't know. It's just having fun, and I guess everything that we're gonna talk about is just gonna be my view, and I don't know. That's pretty much it.
Yeah, well, can you explain? Just kind of tell people how you started in crypto and NFTs and Cardano specifically, and just like how you found yourself in the Derp Discord. I know there's a history there, so maybe we can go through all of that.
Yeah, I guess for crypto, I think I first bought Bitcoin in 2017, and I actually worked for the company that built their own cryptocurrency. I
Oh,
was
really?
working as a project manager back then. That was like end of 2017. And I don't know. I honestly am one of those that had like a couple thousand ADA somewhere in some wallet that I found honestly accidentally like a year ago.
So
And
the whole meme of like, oh hey, I found this wallet with a whole bunch of
yeah,
ADA in it.
right.
It was true.
I swear it was that. And I found like, I don't know, like a couple thousand, I guess. And that's how it started. And then I think from, let's say, 4 or 5 thousand, I probably did like 5 or 10 times, I guess 10 times that in a couple months. And then I continued just investing other and change some other crypto that I had to Cardano. And I'm like 100%, not 100%, but like almost everything in NFTs right now. But for Derpers, I don't even remember. Like I first minted Dino, crypto Dinos, and then I was at Trees, Cardano Trees, and from there, we just somehow I saw Dirtbirds. I actually minted, I don't know, I think maybe 15 or 20. I remember being on vacation at that time. And yeah, I don't know, from the day one, I was just there because of Millie and people like that. So yeah, that's pretty much it for how everything started. But yeah, I don't know. It was like ups and downs, and I'm happy where we are today.
Yeah. So I know you've had your not hiccups. I'd say your heated moments with Derps and with Dave and so was there a moment you were like, I'm done, like I don't want to be a part of Derps anymore?
Yeah, definitely. But I still kept at least like
Yeah,
15, 20 rare birds. It was, but I think honestly, I think everybody comes to the point. Oh, no, everybody, but you come to the point that like you are not sure where this industry is going, and I felt like there was more things needed to happen and to be more serious. But then looking at other stuff and what's going on, it seemed like that was a mistake. And obviously Dave started doing some stuff there much better than other projects and just turned stuff around.
Yeah. And the reason I bring it up is because he did highlight in the most recent announcement, kind of talking about, people fudding other projects and talking down on other projects and different things like that, and how it just doesn't help. Like it benefits nobody to speak badly about a project in hopes that maybe somehow you talking bad about that project is going to help you and your bags. And in the announcement, he kind of basically said, he gave an example like, man, what if I would have kicked Alex out of the Discord because of the way he talked about the thing, but he didn't. And then he realized like you're a very pivotal and what's the word I'm trying to say? Like very I got the coffee brain. Very polarizing person, but you're a very intricate and main part of the Derp community. And without you, there would be a lot of stuff that wouldn't have happened, or a lot of the Discord chat would be kind of, just it'd be weird without you, without you in the community. So, and to see you go full circle and to be at CNFTCon, helping set up the booth and going around talking to people, and it was just, Dave was just highlighting, like, I'm glad we didn't take the stance of kicking whoever breaks the rules, but giving people a chance, because everybody has a bad time in their crypto adventure, and sometimes they express it more than others. But to see you still in the community and still being a derp and still helping out and being a very I keep saying intricate, but that's not the word I'm looking for. But being a very
so this is what I think. Like, I feel, first of all, it's very weird to be serious in this talking to you guys. But yeah, that's very weird. But like, honestly, what happened is, like, I was also trying to figure out where this is going. I think this trip was amazing. I feel like I saw a lot of stuff as someone who's in different, like, businesses for a long time, and I'm working with a lot of companies as a consultant and doing a lot of different stuff. And for me, going there and seeing all these young people, like, figuring out and trying to learn what to do, they don't have a clue, they don't have idea how to do sales or marketing, or they don't even know why they're there, most of them. But then, like, going there on Friday and then coming to Sunday and seeing the change, they're getting more serious and looking at this other guy who's doing it a little bit better, so now they're trying to push. So, like, the change from Friday to Sunday really gave me a lot of hope that we are not just playing around here. Like, this can be serious investment. But other than that, like, when it comes to everything that happened with Derbs and all of that stuff, like, I still hate that people are trying to defend their bags. I hate that it's something that is obvious, is not said. Like, I hate that Kong story. Like, just go and say it how it is, and then, like, okay, let's just not pretend that it didn't happen. I felt with their birds, there was stuff that we all needed to admit. Like, there's stuff going on with equine horses right now, my second favorite project, and I'm telling everyone, guys, we need to go in general chat and tell them that what it is. Like, don't try to hide it. Don't go through, like, DM to those founders and stuff like that. Shit, that doesn't work, because I feel in the end you're trying to hide all of this shit. Community in the end is not going to survive because they're just trying to hide the bullshit behind, and I don't like that. So I felt, maybe for their being right or not, I felt that that's what is happening, and I just wanted to make sure that everything is public and everybody can discuss their shit. And that's really what it was for me. Like, now I guess people see it a different way, but
and so I like your approach to that, but there is, like, there is a way to go about it. Like, some people do it with more finesse than others, but, like, there is a way to go about, hey, look, man, this is a problem that we see as a community. Maybe you need to address it. There's a way to say that the right way, and there's a way to say that may not be as beneficial or may hurt. That's especially fair. Especially, like, and I'm not saying you did that. I'm just saying that people do it, and so if you see something wrong with a project, yes, some things need to be brought up publicly. Some things maybe need to be brought up privately. It just depends on the situation. But there is a way to go about it whenever you do bring it up publicly that will, that just kind of, I guess, it won't hurt those new eyes looking in the project. Say there's somebody new that's in the project and they come into Discord and there's just the community just talking about this and that, and it's just like, man, whoa, like, what's going on? What did I get into? So there's a way to do it.
But also, sorry to interrupt you, but there's also this part that this needs to be fun, right? Like, I hate this. All of this doesn't make sense for me if it's not fun, honestly. Like, and I'm sure a lot of people came for that reason. I think even Dave is saying that a lot of times. Like, in the end of the day, if it's not fun, it's not gonna work. Their birds chat is how it is. You're gonna hear million times fuck Millie and all of that shit, and if it's not for you, then it's not for you. And I'm not saying that it's not wrong sometimes, the stuff that we're saying, but we're there for like 1 year already, like, talking shit 24/7. So I kind of expect other people to understand and adjust. I don't expect them to just go and start talking. If they do, that's fine. You know how many people I met that they say they're always on Derp channel, they like to read our shit, but they never talk because it's just not who they are. They're not comfortable with, like, writing that way, but they enjoy seeing all of that stupid stuff that we do.
Yeah.
So there is that as well. But I do hear you. I just think that yeah, as you said, it's a thin line. Sometimes you need to go over just to get people's reactions, and I think that is what it moves the channel and everybody else. That's why I go and say stupid shit sometimes just for you guys to react, because that's how we keep everything alive. Otherwise, we would just die as a
Yeah.
community, as many others. That's my like view. That's why I'm doing it, honestly.
Yeah. I know. Slimmer, do you have something to say? I see your hand up.
Uh, yeah. I think projects and like people that have complaints about what's going on just need to be transparent. They just need to stop beating around the bush, protecting their bags, and they just need to tell it how the fuck it is. Like, there's no other way to say it. I mean, bags are bags, and people are going to protect them.
Sorry, man. Sorry.
And Alex always tells it like how it is.
Yeah.
I love
Even if he's a big ass futter and he's trying to turn over a new leaf and be nice now ever since he went to CNFT Con. But
man, honestly, I fall in love with Dave. Listen, this is a true story. I asked my wife, who would you fuck tonight rather, me or Dave? And she just looked at me like, are you kidding me? Like,
She paused.
was that a serious question? Like, and then I felt super bad. But look, everybody wants to fuck Dave. That's a fact. And I think that's what changed. I think now, even knowing that, now we are even more excited about it.
Oh
But
man.
yeah, it's all about that. No, but seriously, I don't think I changed. Look, I'm gonna be even worse. What I felt is like I'm trying to find my role in like all of this shit, because at this point I invested a lot of money, keep investing. So I not honestly want to be like go and do this shit to other channels as well. I went to like this Eden stuff, and I actually talked to a founder last night, and I found it very cool. It was super interesting. I like that he called me and we talk about that. I'm doing that for other ninjas, some other projects. I really feel like we can bring that kind of atmosphere in other communities as well. And I see myself as doing that shit all the time. And whoever doesn't like it, fuck them. Like that's.
I know there was a time, Alex, that it takes. I guess there's certain people like you can't take too seriously, and so you got to understand that they're either being sarcastic or they're just kind of that's who they are whenever they talk, whether they talk crap or FUD or whatever. I know there was a time that me and you kind of butted heads, right? You remember that?
Absolutely.
Yeah. And so like, man, I don't know. It was just, I guess it was, I could think it was around the time where everybody was just kind of like, we were trying to figure out, man, what's going on with Derps. It was a slower time. I think it was in between, the Derp Apes mint and the Pred launch, like that couple months.
Yeah, and the reason why, honestly, with you was because I felt like you're the only person that didn't want to say the truth, which you were always very important person for this community and everything you did in the past. And I felt like you need to say at least something. I'm not saying you need to support my stupid language and the way I was communicating all of that, but you should say at least something, just because it's fair. Like, I don't know, like from my perspective, like everybody needs to say it in their own way, as you said before. But like you not saying anything for me was like, yeah, I don't want to deal with this. Like I want people to say what they think in their own way, but not just say like everything is wonderful. And that point, nothing was wonderful. And I don't want to repeat that because it's stupid. It wouldn't make sense now. But I felt it was a moment there for us to speak up and say, like, look, guys, this is not, you're not going where the roadmap is going. Let's change the course. Let's like listen community again, because it's 50-50 almost here, like 50% because of community, this floor is up, and 50% is maybe Dave. I don't think can be more, and that's my honest opinion, maybe even more on community. And I think Dave thinks the same. Like, I think he feels the same and he appreciates. So it was important in those moments, like, to just put truth out there. Maybe not in general channel, but at least one of those other channels that we still have hundreds of people talk about that.
Yeah. And so to kind of piggyback off of that, I think there's a difference. So like, there's like I guess there's a fine line, and maybe whenever, so like, okay, I'll explain it this way. Whenever you're a mod, or say you're a person that's part of the team or whatever, speaking certain ways may not so like I was talking about earlier, like having a certain finesse or doing things in the right way. It's it's totally understandable and probably the best for members who aren't really, I guess, would say like right now would just be normal members that aren't model derps or aren't mods. Those are the best people in that position to speak freely. I at the time didn't want to say certain things publicly because as much as it probably wasn't the case, it was probably the perception that I was part of the team, right? So even though I had really no say so on where the roadmap is going or any of the decisions that way, people coming in see me, oh, he's a mod. If he's speaking bad about the community or talking very bluntly about the community, then obviously there's some dissension or something going on,
That's
right?
fair.
And
That's fair.
so I didn't publicly say those things because I didn't want that perception to be put on Dirtbirds. Privately, I talked to Dave about those things. I mentioned those things in mod chat. But yeah, I totally agree
I
that
understand that.
those people at that time should have spoken freely and bluntly because it was something that was obvious that we needed to address. Like, hey man, look, and I'll say it now. Looking back, you kind of see it's hindsight is 2020, but looking back, you're like, yeah, we could have used a little bit more of a push from certain people in that community to be like, look, hey, we're our focus is not where it needs to be. Now, looking back, like I said, it's all worked out in the end, and I think we're better off for it. But during that time, it may have not seemed that way. You know, like during that time, it was like, man, what's going on? Like, are we switching to being like the multi-sig people, or are we continuing in our roadmap that was promised beforehand? Like, what's going on? So, like, I'm kind of glad we got out of that rut and we're moving forward, and you can see progress every day of.
So what do you think?
things.
What do you think will happen if we go back to like 108 a floor? Do you think because floor is up, people are more happy? I feel like we went through like personal, like all the issues we had, we worked that out, and I feel now it becomes irrelevant. And I think at this point it's just gonna be irrelevant what is the floor. We're still gonna like just continue
Yeah.
doing what we're doing, and I feel like that's the most important thing. As long as like Dave is doing what he's doing and we are all like helping in our ways, I feel like that's it. There is nothing else. I think we worked through our problems. So
Yeah,
probably.
I think
And
there's
how
too
the
much
fuck
of a.
Millie is model Derp? I need to understand that. I swear, no, but this is serious. Like I don't have idea how that happened. Can we
So
kick him out? Like, can we get the thing?
So when he was first announced, there was a stipulation of like, hey, he's the model dirt, but he might be the first one to lose that status. I think it's. I remember that announcement too. But like, I think it's just Millie. He's very polarizing too. Like, he is great at.
He's my unborn son like, that I never had. Like my, yeah. He's my son number one.
He's great at like networking behind the scenes. He brought in a lot of people.
Absolutely.
They don't like a lot of the community may not realize it, but Millie brought in a lot of people
Absolutely.
that are core
100%.
members now.
I love him. You guys, I actually get sometimes messages from other people, doesn't matter who, and they were like, I don't know what to do with this guy. I don't know how to deal. And I'm sure you guys are getting from me the same. But in the end of the day, I feel like the how many people Millie brought in and how passionate he is about this project, and seeing his naked pictures, which I think helps everyone.
Wait, what?
And no, now you didn't hear that. No, but seriously, I think that Millie brings a lot of people in. I know a lot of people that do that, and I feel like Chad is just whatever, and that I don't know. I feel like really he deserves to everything, and yeah, I'm just joking. For Model Derp, he should definitely be part of that because he really helps a lot.
Alex asked a good question about the floor dropping, but before we go to that and changing topics, I just wanted to speak up because I was just banned on your Twitter up until today, and we can have polarizing people and then give each other time and space to heal and figure out what just happened and figure out how to come together and be friends again. And I know when I go on a rampage, I can be very off-putting, and I don't mind if people run away because I'm venting. And I saw Wab.eth come in
Mhm.
and pull up a bunch of attention to Dirtbirds, and I'm like, I'm not even allowed in their Discord right now, and I'm an OG. Like, I'm banned, and we're having all these seals flood the system, and I can't even talk to my own community. So I threw
Yeah.
a tantrum while I was intoxicated, and I had no issue with you blocking or banning me because I was on a mission and I was being lazy about it, and I didn't care what happened because I was, kind of on the fence about everything because I have been very lurking and I have been very focused on IRL,
Hmm.
and it's hard for me to be able to be a part of the NFT community up until now. So I didn't really mind, but I have always loved the Dirtbirds, and I'm so excited to be back in the community.
Yeah, just to kind of touch on what Michael's talking about, and just to kind of clear the air, Michael. There was a so I can go back and look at the logs, but I don't think you were banned from the Discord. So what happened was after we had the hack happen in our Discord, right? And then I think even before that, the Derp devs decided to prune the Discord. So anybody that was inactive or anybody that was considered a bot account, we pruned our Discord because we had like, I don't know, we had like over 15,000 members, and whenever we pruned it, it dropped it to like I'm just throwing numbers out there, but it dropped it by a lot of like actual accounts that were active and in the Discord. And then shortly after that, we had the hack happen, and so when we got access. When we got control over the channels and everything back, we implemented a different way of verifying on the Discord. And so what happened was there was a glitch that basically, and you can look at all my DMs of people like, hey man, I'm trying to get back in the Derp Discord, but it looks like I'm in quarantine. Like I can't join. Like what's the deal? So what happened was whenever accounts that were already connected to the Derp Discord, when they tried to come back to it, it had basically kind of like kicked them, but they weren't kicked. So what would need to be done was that person would have to leave the server and then rejoin. It was weird. It's weird how it happened, but anybody that was there before the hack and then didn't visit and then later came back, oh my gosh, they tried to join back and it would give an error or maybe like you couldn't see all the channels. So all you had to do was leave and come back. So that might have been the issue with your account, is that you had to leave and rejoin. I don't think you were necessarily banned. If you were, I didn't do it personally. I didn't ban you from the Discord. But yeah, and so
I do think that was the issue. Okay. I really believe that was the issue this time, but I was banned previously before this issue occurred because I can get very off-putting with my gifts because I'm in a game or a competition with somebody and I'm winning that argument, and then everyone's like, whoa, this guy just crossed the line, and I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm trying to win. And I don't mind, but I was like, this is the second time I've had Discord issues with them. I knew I was banned the first time, so I was just like drawing my line of like, I don't appreciate trying to derp around and out and getting banned for my derpiness, and that's okay. I've learned how to pull it back, and I'm starting to care more about what people think about me. So I'm like being more reserved because you can realize that if I go overboard, I will push people away very quickly because of you just unbanned me from your Twitter personally. So it's like I have to be a very, very reserved because I have synesthesia, which is essentially schizophrenia and autism trying to balance each other out. So it's really hard for me to stay tied to what's real and what's in my imagination.
Yeah, and yeah, the reason and just to kind of clear the air, like there's no ill will towards you at all. Like I don't like, oh man, I can't stand this guy. No, it was just I tried to explain to you like what happened with the Discord and that kind of thing. And I guess maybe during that time you had said you were dealing with some stuff, so like you responded in a weird way. And to me, I was like, I'm trying to help this guy, and he doesn't seem like he wants help, so I'm just not going to deal with it. And so I usually don't block people unless like it's like, hey, look, it's like this guy obviously doesn't, and to me that was what the issue was. Like you didn't want, it didn't seem like you wanted help, so I was just like, I'm not going to deal with it. And so I'm glad to see that you're back in the Derp Discord, and I'm glad to see that things are, it was a weird time, I guess, and so I'm glad to see you back. And yeah.
Thing, you are the biggest reason I got back into the Discord. You were the person that explained to me how to do it, and I very much appreciate it. But it had already been hours of me essentially venting, and I was just like, I will get to this, but I can't do it right now because I've already just been through a lot of the day. So I felt like rushed, and that's why I started being off-putting to you. And it wasn't anything to do with your lack of help, and it wasn't anything personal to you. I was just like, I'm gonna need some space, and I'm glad we've been able to, build the bridge back that was slightly burnt. Because it was never gone, and neither of us ever really meant ill intentions to each other. We just were not vibing together at the time, and that's okay.
Yeah, and look, if there's anybody in this Twitter space right now that I've butted head with more than, it'd be Alex. Me and Alex, we even look, Alex, like we both were, I guess at the time I was dealing with like frustration with like, man, what's going on with Derps, what's going on with Cardano NFTs, because like everybody was just like, it just was a bad time during that season. And so like I remember in Derp Discord, me and Alex were going at it, and I think you ended up DMing me, and like I totally ignored it. I was like, I'm not talking to him. And then I think he had said something else, and then I ended up talking through it, and now like we're like, dude, Alex, I remember me and you way beforehand, we would like share info like on, hey man, what you're minting, like what do you think about this project? And me and you got into I could see now your PFP. Me and you got into zombie chains and different projects together, and so yeah, it was a roller coaster with you, but like I think full circle, like I'm glad you're in the Derp community. I'm glad we mended those bridges, and yeah, I appreciate you. I know it was out of your comfort zone to, be on a Twitter space and talk and stuff like that. But yeah, is there?
No, it's just hard to talk serious here.
Serious.
That's the
okay.
Not a problem. Yeah.
You can joke all day long, but talk serious. Okay, well we'll keep it light. We'll keep it light. So
no,
Alex, tell me what
I just thought. Wait, sorry. I
Okay.
just want to say, like, I felt like you should know and understand already why I'm saying stuff that I'm saying, and I think a lot of people do, and I think we all do that. Like, we have this sense of humor, sometimes go a little bit over, but I feel like we have very similar way of talking. So that was the whole thing. But anyway, so what was the question? Give me some kind of questions.
So no, I won't even be tough. It'll be what okay, CNFT Con. Your pros, your cons. What did you like? What did you not like? I know we were in Derp Discord and you were doing a live stream, and you basically went right up to those nano frame guys and were like, I am not buying this crap. It's way too expensive. So like tell us, like, what was your favorite part? What was your not favorite part? And projects that you were impressed by, that kind of thing.
It's really hard. Honestly, like, it's hard to say what was negative, because like I felt like I'm like in live now 3D version of what we were living for a year. So it's fucking weird. Like, I was never the guy to do this, like, I don't know, Discord or any type of like chats and whatever. But then I realized when I saw these people, I'm like, oh, I actually like this guy. Like, when we saw Alessandro was the first person we met, obviously, Hoarder came to take a picture with him. He was like one of those, I don't know, influencers that just go around, take 1,000,000 pictures. So he annoyed the crap out of me with that. But we went to Alessandro first, and like the guy didn't even realize like how important. Then I was thinking like, fuck, this kid actually, mint the first fucking NFT and on Cardano. It's a big deal, and all these thousands of people are here and putting effort. So at that point, I was already like, fuck, I can joke around. You cannot believe how many people, when I told you who I am, they were like, oh, fuck. Like, in front of my wife. And she was like, what are you doing on that chat? Like, if people react this way. And I'm like, don't worry. It's just my style. But like, I don't know, some people from GPX store, I was keep going there telling them that like they need to start selling t-shirts, that they cannot build software and stuff like that. But for me, expectation is that people understand that shit and they just like joke around about that. But I don't know what would be negative, like block calls people. Those motherfuckers are so professional. They have their own like a 3D AR studio shit in Sweden. They're doing so good, like quality. Everything that they show there is like next level. I didn't care about corn, fucking corn. They were just running around, like there was nothing special there. But they were presenting as like they're like a future of gaming. But in general, like I don't know, there was like just everybody energy. It was all about that. There was not too many collectors there, not too many people really. Do you even hear me? I don't
Yeah,
see that.
I
Yeah.
hear
Okay.
you. I hear you. I hear you.
Okay.
I just noticed that the the pendulum staking just went live on Derp app. So
Oh, nice. Is it
I'm
working?
buying, yeah, I'm buying a pendulum right now.
Yeah, you're definitely Derp Maxi. So so yeah, no, but like honestly, I don't know. Like what negative? Negative was first day that party with nerds. That was funny. Like that was not a. But then the second party was actually pretty cool. So like I don't know, there was a lot of cool stuff going on in general, like all of that people like trying to figure out. You see that Patrick kid, like NFT maker, that kid is fucking brilliant. He has like 25 employees, like they're
Really?
serious. Him and his partner, man, the stuff and shit they're talking about is like wow. Like those kids, they actually have people like professional business people that are trying to bring like investments outside, like companies to invest in NFTs, trying to find the way like a use cases for tokenization of NFTs in a way that like it's more fun. It's still a token. It's still like getting you in, and it is like for me in the end is like NFTs are just funnier way to invest in crypto. That's how I see it now, and that's evolving every time. And like seeing all those, I don't know what negative I could say about that. Like I honestly don't like except that we are all poor and the crypto is worthless and Cardano doesn't work shit anymore. Like other than that, maybe that's why we're all cool now because we know we don't
Yeah,
make any money. But
I
I don't
think the
know.
bear market has a different effect on people. You know, like it can be a sad time, but then it also can be a great time. Can y'all hear me? Is my mic
Yeah, I
on?
can hear.
Okay, it wasn't showing the little sound bars, so I wasn't sure if it was coming through. Yeah, so it can also be a great time of building, and like that's what we're seeing in a lot of projects right now. Is like, okay, during a bull market, you have, you know, you could do anything and everything and it's going to stick to the wall and it's going to be great. But during a bear market, you have to really consolidate and think, okay, what do we put our effort towards? Because maybe you're limited on funding, or maybe you're limited on, a lot of it is funding, so what am I going to spend my time towards because I want the most bang for my buck, and with the community, it's like you don't have this hype train happening every day with bull market runs and projects minting out and 2xing in 2 hours, so you really have like, okay, I'm not minting today. I'm just gonna chill in Discord, and you build those relationships. So like it's been a fun time, but it's back and forth. It's a fun time if you have the right community you're hanging out with, but it's also maybe a sad time if your projects that you're holding and you're wanting to flip are moving like a turtle, and not moving at all, and it's real slow.
And with time it gets easier. I think for me there's like a third, I guess, bear market, but like this time I feel much better, and maybe that's the reason, right? Like there's people around you, we're all like, okay, we're fucked, doesn't matter, like floor can go up and down as long as ADA is like 30 cents, that doesn't, nothing's gonna work, but it's fine because you have other people to talk about. I feel like that's one of the things why this is more fun than collecting crypto that just stays in your wallet and goes up and down, and then you never sell it because you never feel it's enough, because we're all greedy motherfuckers, we don't care.
Exactly.
Like we don't know.
Like that's, I imagine just having crypto, like you just had ADA and all you were doing was just trading it when it went up and trading it when like that's so boring. But you have a project and a picture behind that connected to that ADA, like it makes it so much more fun, especially like with like Derps or Tavern Squad or Pendulum, when you have like cool like art behind it, and then like stories and lore and just stuff being built to go along with those pictures. It's like instead of like a picture book where you just like as a kid, you're just looking through a picture book?
This is what I think. Like I was trying to explain to my wife yesterday. It's like, okay, so obviously dollar is fucked up. Where there's inflation coming, it's bad. Like you show the picture of eggs and price and all of that. So like, what are you gonna do now if you get $5,000 bonus? Are you gonna put in 401k, which mine was down 30%
Yeah, it's
last year?
down.
Are you gonna invest in any type of stocks that are done also? But even if you do, like you're still investing in US dollar that they're just printing and all this other currency, or you're gonna invest in crypto, just like and that's alternative that maybe is gonna work, maybe not. But I don't see crypto going up and NFTs not going up. Like I just don't see that, and that's why I kind of feel that NFT is a decent investment because I cannot see ADA being $5 and our portfolio NFT is not there. Obviously, some projects are not gonna survive, but like that's why for me, like being in a lot of projects is important. But I feel like if 5 of those from 100 survive, they're gonna go up with crypto. There is no question there. But
Yeah.
it's all about that. So that was my, I don't know, perception how all of this is
So
gonna play out.
what is your thought now? Like during this bear market, during this time, I know for me it's completely different during the bull market, but like now, I know my personal strategy. What is your strategy in looking in what projects you're investing in? Because a lot of things I've heard is not looking for those new projects, but looking for those existing projects
Absolutely.
and doubling down on those.
Absolutely. The ones that have like a lower floor and are still like building something. I'm tired, honestly, to hear this is a game, this is metaverse, all of that shit. We heard it a million times. But in the end of the day, like, and I'm keep saying like ninjas, which I only have 20, nothing big, but like that story is very cool. That like Discord is so much fun. So that what I like. I feel, and Drums actually said this to someone. That person told me that he's looking at communities and relationship between founders and communities. So like, and I honestly felt 100% that way. So I'm glad that someone like him, who is really like, he knows what he's doing. That motherfucker never makes mistake or very little mistakes. So like, I feel that's the way. So if people still building in this bear market and you see they're not going to stop and the floor is decent, I would say those are the best investments.
Yeah.
I just wanted to say, like, a bear market and a bull market are necessary for the market. They are healthy because you have to let the people collapse that aren't building something that's quality. You have to get rid of the trash. You have to let the projects go to zero that aren't worth people's investments anymore. And it also allows for people to realize who the big guys are, who the quality is, and what the community can really rally behind. Because we are in a bear market, but we're not in a death spiral to zero. We're just going through a winter, and there will be a summer at the end of it. And I have to agree, like, go find the guys that are true and tested and will survive the winter. I minted ghost chains. I
Yeah, they're
bought
doing
my
well right now.
birds for under 200. And I just wanted to ask if you think that Derp coins will be on Flipper as a currency in the short term, because I don't see it like it's an inevitability. It's going to happen at some point, but do you know if there's any cross communication and collaboration there? Because I think there really should be, because I know the ghost chains are looking for quality tokenomics and people that know tech and native tokens on Cardano to work into their new marketplace. Because
So correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know much about Flipper, but is it a liquidity pool type of situation?
Flipper is a replacement to JPEG Store.
Oh, so it's a marketplace.
Exactly. But
So you can use your tokens to buy on that marketplace, right?
Exactly. So I know they have Society Coin, I think it's called, from the Great Ape Society. I know that's one of the tokens that they've kind of touched at. But right now, there is a very private whitelist of people that can be using the marketplace. I'm not on it, but I'm in the Discord talking to them.
Yeah.
So I know Flipper's going to drop really soon. And I think there's a few different coins that are being put on there, but the reality is Derp coin is one of the best and tokenomics out there on the Cardano space. And I just wanted to see if there was anybody in the community reaching out and trying to collab, because I think it would be a very beautiful collaboration, especially with y'all's new staking of project collaborations. I feel like there could be some bonding
Yeah,
going on.
so officially I can't, I don't know for sure. I haven't Dave hasn't mentioned anything about it, but just thinking about what we have planned in the future, I know Dave has mentioned on a couple interviews that and I mean it may change, things may change, but I know he has mentioned that we'll have our own marketplace. So that could be a potential before, like having that token on their marketplace, but I know for sure the Derp token could be utilized in a huge way if Derps has their own marketplace. So as far as like if they've talked to Flipper and if they've been trying to get the token there, I don't know at all. I just started hearing about Flipper not too long ago. So if the team is talking to him, I don't have any information on that. But if it's something that would benefit, then I'm sure Dave and the team has looked at it. You know.
I didn't know Derps were considering making a marketplace. I wish them the best, and I always consider competition to be the to bring out the best in everybody, because it makes people stronger and makes us build better quality stuff.
Yeah. Now
And I know
that
I
is
know
just
you're just an
going.
influencer. Like, I know you're not part of
Yeah. Yeah.
the development team. You're just a quality spokesman that fell in love with the Dirt Birds and have been given some extra attention by their community. And because of that, I'm going from like a lurker to a wannabe influencer. So I was just asking, like, maybe you can bring it up with Dave because you have
Yeah.
a
Yeah.
better connection, and come back to me next time. You know what I mean? Like, this is
Yeah.
not something I need an answer to right now. There's no
Mhm.
hurry. And I think that's like the Cardano lifestyle is like, give the builders the space to build quality. Don't rush anybody because we want this to work right the first time.
Yeah, and that's the mentality that Derps have had for everything. And if you've been around, you know that like there's no rushing stuff. I imagine if like that was our mentality, then like Dave would have probably tried to edit the 2.0 video himself and throw it up on YouTube. Like no, like we want to do stuff quality. We want to do stuff in the right time and not put out crap. And like there's no point in rushing to put something out and then it flops and then like you wasted the potential of whatever you were announcing, whether it's a 2.0 trailer or what. Hold on, guys. There's somebody at my house. I just heard the doorbell ring. Alex, if you want to talk while I'm away, I got to go take care of this real quick. Hold on.
Yeah, go take care of that. Hey, Alex, I
Yes,
just
sir.
wanted to touch on what he was saying, because I agree that it's the mentality and lifestyle of the Derps to do that and give space to quality being built. But I think that's an overall perspective and environment and culture of Cardano as a whole, and Derps are just a part of that. And I would like your opinion, because I didn't get to go to see NFT Con. I didn't get to meet all the people that are really in the space, like, majorly.
So I don't know. I honestly didn't hear the question. Is it, are we trying to build something slower or faster? I'm sorry, I didn't get what was the question there.
No, it's just the general vibe of Cardano being giving builders space so they can build quality and not expecting people to like live up to their hard due dates and not rushing development. We want it to work the first time.
All right, I'm
I,
back.
I, I honestly don't know. I think a lot of people just use that as excuse. Honestly, that like, oh, because Cardano is building something slow, we think it's gonna be quality, and now I think a lot of people using that honestly as excuse. I don't think that. Look, what I saw, that's like a maybe different side of it. Like couple of projects that I saw and that I actually felt that it's gonna be like, I didn't see a huge progress. I felt that we are not even close finishing any of these games. I don't know about Mokosi Ring and those little things that they go and shit, and we need to move them around the room. Like that's very simple. Like, but anything else that I heard that they're developing, I didn't see the real progress. I think we still are 6 months or a year from seeing some quality stuff. But are they doing it to do it right? I honestly think there's a lot of people there that they just think they can build a game. They never did it in their life, or they did very little. Like it's strange, right? Like in any business, any company, you're gonna have these people that like different levels and they know different stuff. Here you have one guy who is like developer, he knows something, or he thinks that he's senior developer, and now suddenly he thinks he's a marketing person and everything else, and now he wants to build a game or this system or that system. And it's strange, like that one person suddenly need to get like 20 skills to really make it happen. I feel like that's why everything lasts longer, because those people, and some of them are very young, they're learning stuff that you learn through career, and that's like, it's not just development, it's not just this, there is like a lot of levels they need to pass. And I look at them sometimes, some of them, and they're like so passionate, and I think that's the most important thing. Like that's why I like, and I think we're gonna make it, but I don't believe in any dates. And that's, I'm saying that from experience, listening to them and hearing their processes and how they're trying to make this happen, and how they explain to me what, like, hey, I'm building this game and this is where I am. Like, okay, so what is, how are you gonna get there? They don't have a clue. Like it's gonna be a long time before we see quality stuff, in my opinion, in NFT. I mean, we need a long time to make this fucking Cardano works as a blockchain and be fast. So why would
Yeah.
we, like? I just, yeah, I think they're gonna get there, but not soon. Like they
Yeah.
need to go through a lot of shit.
It's gonna take time. Everything's gonna take time. And I think people, like you said, I kind of listened in a little late. There was actually a politician stopping by and dropping off their little thing and saying, "Vote for
Yeah,
me."
vote Democrat, vote Biden, motherfucker.
I won't give my opinion on that. But yeah, everything's gonna take time. And games, like, you gotta imagine, we have AAA studios, all these, or even indie studios. They have, it takes them years to develop stuff, and so like for people to think, oh, this project is a metaverse. Granted, there are some that will have steps, like, okay, Corn, for example, they'll have things coming out, but to get this polish and having the whole thing that they're working on, it's going to take a while for them to get it out. They'll have the mini games. I don't know, Alex, you can correct me if I'm wrong. The at CNFTCon, the things that they had, did they mention a date of when those type of games would be ready?
I may be biased. I don't like Corn. I didn't like the how they did all of things that they did. So maybe it's not fair for me like to say what I saw there is 5 big TVs, a lot of people being there and being passionate about Corn. But the only thing I saw for 3 days is people running through the woods with one character, and I saw that like from OG Bears a year ago or 6 months ago. So I don't know what they're doing. Like I don't
Yeah.
know. I saw people running through the woods, and they were like playing passionately, 2 hours fucking running without anything going on around them, and it was not a perfect, like, it didn't look like a great experience. So I don't have idea. I can only believe what I see, because everything else is really, until we see it, it's
Yeah.
it's BS. It's
Yeah.
not there. I mean, I don't know.
And
Maybe they make it.
yeah, I'm not trying to, like, talk down on any project that's trying to build right now. That's not what I'm trying to do. But like you said, I agree. It takes time. And so, like, there's no like, oh man, this project's never going to do it. No, like, we understand, most people understand it's going to take time. Some people ape in and they're like, oh, they have a game, and they don't realize, oh wow, this might be a couple years out, 3 years out,
Right.
Before.
And that's I'm sorry, but that's the thing that people don't want to hear. Like,
Mhm.
for example, now Pavi is saying like, what, the fourth quarter of 2023. How the fuck you know that? Like, how you know that like exactly
Yeah.
1 year you're gonna do it? Like, that's funny. Like, those are not that those estimates don't exist in a real development. Like, you have some like t-shirt size estimate you kind of figure out, but for them to, like, they say that and suddenly everybody expects that the game is going to be on that date, and none of the games and none of the dates going to be met 100%. I can bet all my money on it, and including my one of my favorite projects as well, and you know which one it is. And it's like, those games are not just going to, it's not going to be out on time. That's it.
Don't even get me started on Pavia. And I guess that's kind of the point, is the Cardano culture is not about having rigid dates. We want the quality to come through, and we want to see utility, and
Yeah.
we want to see supporting for each other. And Pavia minted so many lands, and I didn't see anything unique about the metaverse they were creating other than the fact that they were the first movers. And I didn't think that was enough to be sustainable, even if they have all the funding in the world from 150,000 mints. Like I don't even know, man. I don't get it,
So
and it's not necessary. And I don't mean to flood anybody. I wish you all the best. It's just my adequate, concerns.
so talking about corn, we have Indiana here. Welcome to the space, man.
Hey, what's up, guys? Matt from Corn. Out on a walk with my family, but I just wanted to chime in on what was said about the conference.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the walking around in the woods, that was a very small sampling of just the Solus theme zone, which by the way is incredibly massive. So that was just a little thing to basically, prove to people that have had a lot of doubt in us that we are actually building something. And then the other TVs, we were showcasing the multiplayer racing, which people were actually racing against each other, which is actually quite difficult to pull off, more so than people think. So I think the racing was actually a more impactful showcase of what our product is, than Solus, honestly, because the whole Solus theme zone, that's going to have, so much more than what was shown. That was just a little sampling size. So
Can
yeah,
I
just wanted
can I
to chime
ask
in
how
there.
you feel about dates though? Like maybe that's fair. I'm really saying what I saw there. There is 100% honest my opinion on what I saw, and I'm wondering like how you feel about like delivery dates or whatever you guys have on your roadmap. Do you think that that's still fair, or when is the plan to be like fully functional thing?
So our game loop, what core game loop is, we're planning to have that open for testing probably middle of next year is the plan. And then we're planning to release the racing part sooner than that. But yeah, everything in game development, especially when you're building ground up your own assets, it takes time. Like that's the biggest thing people do not understand is how much time it takes from building a 3D asset in Blender, getting it into UE5, and then you have to do all the programming, all the animations. It is a massive time suck. So all of our dates are definitely aggressive target dates, but yeah, we could slip a little bit, and that's just the nature of game development.
Yeah, and so to touch on like deadlines, it's a fine line. Like you want to create deadlines because you want to push your team to get things done in a certain amount of time. That's great. But then there's also like the flip side of, do I say these deadlines, and if they're not reached, then they're not gonna implement these things or whatever. So it's kind of like you want to set those deadlines for your team, but do you want to publicly announce those deadlines because you'll get backlash if those things are pushed or delayed. So it's kind of like one of those things. I know Dave and the team have used to put deadlines, and things, obviously sometimes you run into hiccups and things that you need to change or need to update, or things that, like for example the 2.0 trailer, we got totally ghosted by that editor. So like stuff like that, when you put timelines on things, it's tough because when things don't work out or unforeseen circumstances happen, then you have people like, well, when? Like, I thought you said it was then, or I thought you said it was going to be this date. So it's pretty tough from a team's aspect to publicly announce those things because, you can face that backlash and it may not be the most positive. But then it's positive for your team to have those deadlines because you want them to work efficiently and get things out on time.
Yeah, for sure. And I think one of the biggest things that um, for timelines and meeting deadlines and not meeting deadlines is making sure that you are communicating with everyone in the community and just being transparent. Like, no one's perfect, but as long as you don't ghost your community on a missed deadline, then I think the majority of people will understand and know that you are still building and you're still working. So
Yeah.
um, that's kind of how I see timelines and all of that business. But sorry, I'm
I
out of
think
breath and
I think it's
roaming around.
fair. I think it's fair, but you guys have a huge team. You are one of the like couple that have huge teams, and you are developing and going there. I feel like a lot. The problem is also that a lot of projects just have so unrealistic dates to deliver something that is like that is so far from what they're saying that's the problem. It's not a problem to be late 1 month, even 2 or 3. Problem is when people say they're going to deliver something by the end of the year and then you're 2 years later and they're still not delivering. That's for me is going to become a problem more and more because there's already a lot of projects that are promising games out next month, and I don't think they're going to be out for a year.
Yeah, for sure. And that's kind of one of the reasons why we're not aggressively seeking massive partners at the moment, just because you get a partner and then you have a promise to make to that partner, and it's just why create that tension when you could just focus on building what you need to build. So when we get
And
to that point, then we'll start going after partners and say, hey, we have a product, we can deliver on it.
And that's what I wanted to say earlier is like everybody listening or everybody involved in Cardano, I want to remind them to go easy on people's due dates. Even Charles gives you like a range of when to expect an update or a fork or anything like that. And I feel like it's just the Cardano community, and I don't want to lose that as we get bigger because we're going from a ghost chain to recognition right now, and I don't want us to lose the quality community that we developed. And that part of that is protecting the developers from people demanding due dates and when and pressuring them into producing something right now rather than giving them the space to build something quality and trying to keep the pressure off their shoulders. Because I love cornucopias. I wish I had the money to invest in it. And I can't wait to see you guys do beautiful things, but there is no hurry and there is no rush.
Yeah, especially with the current market conditions, we've got plenty of time to focus on building, like you guys were talking about earlier, and we're not distracted by prices pumping, etc. It's just like that's just noise at this point. But again, I'm on a walk with my family. I'm gonna let you guys go, but thank you for letting me hop on and chat with you guys. Love Derp Birds.
Yeah.
I wish I had more money to buy a ton more, but
Yeah,
um,
If
got
you
you
guys
got a
don't have
couple of
money,
them.
then who has money in this space, man? We are all fucked.
well, our money goes toward building and hiring, not toward us.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
that's fair.
I appreciate you stopping by, Matt.
Yeah, man. Y'all take care.
All right. Yeah, so it's been a fun ride so far with Derps. Kind of just bringing it back, like man, we got it, dude. There's a couple things still. Like they just announced the Pendulum staking partnership. But man, we
Does
still
that thing work? Did you try?
yeah, it
Does it work?
works. It works. I pulled it up on
And
my
you're
screen.
saying that Gig made it work like first time? That's a new thing.
Yeah, geeks on
Yeah.
another level these days, man.
Wow, man.
Yeah, so
It's
like
cool.
if you look at my screen, why is it frozen? What the heck? Oh, it's because I'm zoomed in a lot. Okay, so if you look at my screen, if you're watching on YouTube, you guess you can't on Twitter, but on YouTube I have my screen up and it shows my Derps NFTs staked, and then it shows my partner NFTs, and then it shows the pendulum I just bought, already staking, earning Derp, or earning XP. Yeah, so I have an OG derp, so this opens up. So if you go here and you don't have an OG derp, this is not going to be open for you. So like you have to have an OG derp to unlock the
Ooh,
staking.
that's nice. I need that. I need that tag for something that I'm doing. Okay, that's perfect. So now he's reading if you have NFT from that particular. Okay, that's super cool. Right, that makes sense.
Yeah. So you can scroll through the tabs. So like I have Derp NFTs, and then you go to partner NFTs, and then it'll be broken down by the different partners. So right here is Pendulum, but I imagine Tavern Squad, maybe the Ape Society, maybe Onboard,
Zombie first.
Zombies,
first.
yes, Zombies.
Yeah.
So all those little tabs where you can filter through there. I do want them to implement though something that they a UI design is to implement high to low, like filter the derp amount. So like if I go to my derp birds, I want to see what's my highest earning to my lowest earning, because if I'm gonna sell any, I'm gonna sell the ones that maybe don't earn as much. So like filtering those, they need to add that. That'd be great. I would like that. And same with the partner NFTs. I think Pendulum, from what I saw on Twitter, Pendulum, or from the announcement, Pendulum is going to be earning the most as a partner. So it's at 2.5 derp per epic. I think other partners will be earning 2 derp per epic. Pendulum has that upper hand because they were the first, and because, well, of course, Cosmo is an artist for both projects. So yeah, so that's live right now. That's pretty cool. And Pendulum Floor is at 113.
That's nice. I hope you guys gonna pump zombies so I can sell all of them.
You gonna sell all of them?
I would never sell that shit. Like
No.
2025, man. 2025. That's the goal. We all need to survive next 3 years, and then we all gonna drive Lambo. That's it. That's the plan.
Yeah, we just had another Scare Derp sale. That's awesome. But yeah, so like what I was saying is like, okay, yeah, we have 4 more partnerships to be announced, which, like I said, it might not drive the derp floor, but it'll drive those projects floors. So if you're thinking about getting into Tavern Squad, Zombie Chains, this isn't official, but it's a pretty good guess of those being other partners.
That this is a great point you mentioned. Like that's definitely thing I saw there in Las Vegas. Everybody's trying to do collaboration with each other. I don't know if that's Ethereum thing, if that's Solana thing as well. I know we're stealing a lot of stuff from them and ideas, which is fine, but like I don't know, or this is our thing, but I can see a lot of projects working together, and I can see them like trying to build utility together, which is, I think, cool and exciting, as long as you have those partners pulling the weight the same as you do. And as I said, Dave is behaving as a Robin Hood, which is awesome. That's his personality. I really like that about him, that like he doesn't care what is your floor. He wants to work with people that he appreciates. And like this collab with Zombies, when we started this first story, it was about like Brian and Art, or when he talks about Onboard, all these guys, he likes them how they are and the stuff that they're doing. So I feel like all of those things are going to be much more than just taking. But the point is that those other people need to do as much as Dave is doing. And this motherfucker, he never stops. Like, he's so into this. You understand what I'm saying? Like, you're going to have partnership. If one guy is going to pull for you, then at one point he's going to say, go fuck yourself. Like, he cannot pull for everybody. Like, they now need to be appreciative of him bringing them there, because their birds are in reality bigger than Onboard and Tavern Squad, right? So, like, as much as I like those guys, I feel like now they need to actually prove themselves. That's my point of view, and I think a lot of people are going to work with each other. You're going to see some crazy collaborations, in my opinion. Like, we're going to see some weird shit that we couldn't even believe that can happen.
You know, I am so excited to see all the building that we're going to get to see in the bear market. Like, everybody's going to kind of try to hug each other and stay warm, and I can't wait to see the big guys start working together more. But as a small guy who's barely getting into the influencer space, who barely has Haskell code available on ready to run on his computer, I'm trying to build my own company. I'm trying to build my own name out there, and I don't know really where to start because I'm ready to be the one man army, but I can't be the marketer, the and the coder and the graphic design artist and everything else in between. So where do I look for to go get support? Because I will be the one man army, but it'd be nice to have some backup.
Yeah, my honest opinion is like I met a lot of people lately, a lot of founders and stuff. This Las Vegas trip really helped with that. I'm not trying to be influencers, but I'm trying to do something, and that was very helpful. I think reaching out to these guys is perfectly fine, as long as your message makes sense and it's cool. I would say other way, it's a hack. How you really get their attention is go and buy a couple of their NFTs. Like don't try to talk to people but not really supporting their project, right? Like that is the thing that I feel like everybody hates. That doesn't mean you need to go and buy 100 of something to be able to talk to them, because but like they appreciate that. And I would say, like, being active a little bit in a community, start talking, and then buying a couple of NFTs, and then like try, with time, just give it some time, then you start talking and you get their attention. And it's going quite easy after some time, to be honest. Like if I really wanted to have like 20 founders to talk to them, I think it's quite easy at this point.
I agree with you. I think it's going to get easier over time. I just wanted some, guidance on where to go to look for help because I have been kind of in the background. I was very recently working like 70-hour weeks or more every week, so it was hard for me to do anything in the crypto space other than lurk on occasion and mint stuff on good days that I liked.
Right. Yeah, that I cannot help. Just I don't really know. Like I'm not in any groups. I know that there's like the two that I don't know, 2500 group or whatever that is, and like that kind of stuff. Like, but I honestly don't know, except like just go and send messages to those founders. Like find out who's the founder project that you care about. Send a message, ping them in general chats, try to talk about some interesting stuff. Like honestly, other than that, like introducing, yeah, can also work, but I really feel doesn't even work that way. Like it's more about start talking to one person and then a second one, and then I don't know. Yeah, that's the
It's all
best
good.
I can do.
No, thank you. Don't worry about it. I'm in no hurry. I don't see anybody trying to do what I want to do. Maybe minor stuff here or there, like very basic things that I would use as stepping stones. But long term, I don't see anybody even talking about what I am trying to bring to the table because a lot of people look at Web 3 as a upgrade to Web 2. And there are things that Web 2 never achieved, and those are the milestones. Or one of those is what the milestone I'm trying to go into. For example, have you seen anybody bring up politics on Web 3 as a backing of ways to vote? Like, how would you build that? And that's going to be already what my long term goal is because I will try to run for president when I'm old enough because the little guy has been forgotten. And I don't care if you're left or right because all we care about is freedom and supporting the guys that are the underdogs because it hasn't happened in so long in the political field.
Yeah, I'm not sure if any people. I mean, I know NFT Maker kind of just announced a way to have your digital identities and DIDs or whatever it's called. So like moving NFTs forward to include your digital identity as far as like your driver's license, different things connected. So like whenever you are applying for a job, like you could send them that, they get the information, and then you take it back so they don't have that I don't know exactly. I'm speaking from very little experience, but just understanding very surface knowledge of what that means could entail like being able to vote with your DID or whatever it's going to be called, and that's connected to your birth certificate, your driver's license, your voter registration, different things like that. I see that moving probably within the next 10 years, 10, 15 years. That'll be like the way that you are able to go vote, or the way that you're able to apply for a loan or different things like that. Like that's exciting, and it's on the very, very early stages. And I think that was something that they were working on. I know Alex had mentioned NFT Maker. I forget his name. Is it Adam Dean? Is that who it is? Patrick Tobbs or something like that. Yeah. So yeah, that's an area that I have heard very little about, but is a very big use case for NFTs and for Web3. So yeah, that's exciting.
Yeah, and see, like, I'm 7 years too young to even get to run for president, and the first time I run doesn't have to be the last time. So I'm not in really much of a hurry, but it does feel like an inevitability rather than like a brainstorming new creative idea. Like, we will get to the point where you can vote with Web3 because it's just more secure and capable of doing that. Web2 wasn't capable of it. And I'm glad to see NFT Maker doing it, and I'm glad to see them putting up the bar. And I will go reach out to them and see if there's anything that I can collaborate with. But there's more to this than just having your social on the Web3 protected and the ability to vote and verify that it's you. There needs to be a space for people to actually engage and debate politics and be known and have a reputation for what they care about and everything in between. And I don't want to say too much because I am too early to be able to really talk about what I want to build. But the reality is quality over quantity, and give people space and time to build what they want to build, and you might get some beautiful things out of it. And like I've said before, competition brings out the best in everybody, so I'm more than happy to see other people doing the idea, even if I'm not the first to do it.
Yeah, let's Alex. So I noticed I just brought up JK as a speaker, but I just wanted to kind of point out before JK that I noticed Billy the Crip is in here. He is just like brand new, checked out derps. So if there's anybody in here that's brand new, doesn't know much about derps, and you have any questions, feel free to ask at request to speak. And if you want to learn kind of what's going on with derps, what's next, what to look for, that kind of thing, feel free to ask and raise your hand and speak, and we can answer those questions. I kind of want to turn it back towards that because we're running close to almost 2 hours now, and I usually keep these about an hour and a half. But because I'm doing kind of like a live stream on YouTube, I wanted to go a little bit longer. Plus, my wife is out doing something, so I have plenty of time to just chill and do whatever right now before we got to start doing IRL stuff. So, yeah, JK, what's up, man? How you doing this morning? JK? I think you're muted.
Yeah, he's not great with computers, I think.
JK?
I didn't expect him asking to be a speaker to be a JK.
There we go.
Now you found the button. That's good. Now the next thing is plug in your headphones.
There we
You
go.
just need to take it step by step. Like
Testing.
Yeah, there you are. We hear you.
Nice.
Check. How's it going, guys?
Good. What's up, man?
I'm just raking. With my my 1-year-old here.
Oh, you're
but
raking
I think that's
leaves.
I'm in Canada, man. It's like I don't know what temperature. It's like you guys would be wearing jackets probably.
Yeah. Well, we wear jackets for like, I don't know what it is in Celsius, but if it's like 60 degrees here Fahrenheit, we're wearing jackets here in Louisiana.
Yeah, here it's like t-shirt weather is like 5 degrees above freezing. So
Hell no, we were wearing big old jackets at that point.
yeah, the Billy the Crip guy. We gotta get him. That guy.
Yeah, dude, I enjoyed his video. Like, you can tell it's very like his first look at derps, but the passion and like the chill vibes he had, I enjoyed it. I watched it last night while I was chilling. Man, I was doing all kind of like crypto tax stuff. And so I took a little break, and I saw he posted his video, and I checked it out, and I really enjoyed it because it's like a fresh look at derps, and just somebody that just boom comes in, looks at derps, doesn't really know much, but is just like their first initial thoughts of just going to the website, looking at derps, looking at the price, the different traits and stuff. It was really cool to watch.
Yeah, I had the same idea that he's doing. I was gonna do this
With other
idea where
projects.
you kind of just surf because like Twitter is kind of my home, so where I just surf Twitter, I talk about what I'm seeing, and I thought that was gonna be kind of interesting, but I'm waiting until winter, and I think I'll give it a shot. I've got the what is it called, the OBS or whatever studio.
OBS, yeah, that's what I'm running
Yeah,
right now to do the live stream. It's
yeah, I got that set up.
it's
I haven't had time. I got like 3 kids and work is
yeah.
insane right now, so. But I'm looking forward to doing that. I think content creation is like really really important for us to just
Can
get
I
people onboarded.
serious question? Like, is Baldo drop was a rag or what? Like, I didn't hear anything from that guy after it. Like, I bought like 6 of those things. Like, I spent 400 something ADA, and I didn't hear shit after.
Hey, there's a Discord. Did you join it?
No, nobody invited
maybe
me
I
there.
Maybe I shouldn't go to.
Yeah, there's a Discord.
I shouldn't have announced
Maybe that's
that.
a VIP shit. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. But I'll just go to other projects tab in the Discord, and you'll find it.
Okay.
Yeah,
Highwind is gonna be one of the most important pieces for like meme creation for the derp community. I mean, he already is, but I think he's like gearing up to do something like where it's like he's even more focused on really creating memes and gifs and just kind of like building a little bit of a fun atmosphere.
Yeah, man, he absolutely deserves, unless he spends everything on like drugs and hookers. But I think
Imagine if he put his if he just worked for like Disney or Pixar or something.
no. But JK, tell me, like, if we would get the pictures now, him like going wild in like Vegas, like popping champagne and shit like that.
Do we
I
even
would be
know what he
happy
looks
for him.
like? I don't think he's doxxed, so he could
No,
he could be
he's not
posting
doxxed.
pictures of somebody else, and like you won't even know.
I think that would be cool. I would actually support that even more. I would like buy all the
Wait. This is a red flag. Baldo Collection has a dev that's not doxxed.
Oh,
Hold
wow.
on.
Okay,
All right, selling them all.
I'm selling them.
Yep,
I'm selling
I'm going
shit.
right now.
Hey, I mean, Ape Society, and that's like the number one
Yeah.
project.
I'm joking, guys. I'm not being serious, but yeah, sell your Baldos to me.
No, fuck Baldo. Fuck that project, man. That guy, I don't trust him. I don't.
Hey, that computer better be good. I mean, that's a lot of money. That computer be better fucking fast. Like
Hey.
he better be making games, not playing games.
Look. Hey, Baldo Collection's above mint price. You can't say that about a lot of projects nowadays, man. They're
That's
going
fair.
places. 3,400 ADA volume.
Because
go,
he's
baby.
buying his own floor, man. He's manipulating the floor.
Wait. So it's undoxed and they're buying their own floor?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
man. Oh,
Yeah.
no.
I don't trust that guy, man. He's too talented to do this shit. Like, there is something wrong there.
Yeah, that's a good point. Like,
Wow.
why is he so talented and he's like making like monk apes like masturbating or like the stuff,
Yeah, there is some weird shit going on there. But yeah,
Yeah.
JK, we had a chance to talk like a couple weeks ago before, and it was so cool, man. I think that you are also ready for whatever you're trying to do. I really think you are.
Oh yeah, I'm just floating, man. I'm just floating by. I'm just building building my follower base, just staying in the community. It's a long game, right? Like you made a really good points earlier about what you thought about games, and it was cool that the corn rep came out and said some stuff. But yeah, like this stuff is. I mean, I went through it, and if you ever look at people that lived the Axie Infinity kind of nightmare, most people lost like 100, $500,000, $1 million. Like they could
Yeah.
have sold at the peak and made like $1 million. Like a lot of people, like even the people that were just in January, by June, you could have sold everything and made like 200 grand, 300 grand, like huge amounts. and we were just all blinded by kind of this. We thought it would never end, right? Um, and part of that is, I think people were talking about Bitcoin going to 100K. Some people were saying 300K, right? Like it's so you're like, okay, if it doesn't go to 300, even if it hits 100K, that's great. And it didn't even get close to that, right?
Yeah.
So I think
Just
one thing is like you have to kind of just know when to play defense and like know when to kind of
Absolutely,
yeah. It's like
100%.
you gotta preserve value, and so that's why in March, April, I sold a lot of things. Derp was the only thing I didn't sell because I just really believed in the team. But like I had a ton of those pitches. I mean, I just had to because I didn't see. I
Oh
didn't see
yeah,
any
you
use for
almost
them.
gave up. You almost became Bitcoin maxi at that point, right?
Yeah, and if you held Bitcoin, I mean, it's been okay, right? And I didn't really hold Bitcoin. I just bought more dirt, to be honest with you. So, yeah, which
Okay.
worked out, right? It worked out. I just sometimes you lucky. Like I mean, people that were in Axie Infinity 2 or 3 years ago, all of them are multimillionaires because they either lucked out or they just believed so hard that it just I don't know. They just and a lot of them some like they got tattoos. They did the whole thing, right? We're in a bear market right now though, and I think it's not the same. I don't think you can get tattoos of dirt birds and expect projects to
You
go to
you
the
know
moon.
are
you
you
know
are you
what is
talking about
interesting?
Smokey?
Yeah.
No, Smokey did that before. Like he did that before anything though. I
Yeah,
think he
yeah.
did it within a few weeks of
Yeah,
his
that was in a
project.
few weeks after the drop,
Yeah,
I think.
Yeah,
and
The first
and
one.
like
and then shortly after, Derps went to like 20 floor. So imagine how he was feeling.
So,
You
but
know,
this is JK. There is one point here that I really like that people like. I don't know if we can help everybody understand that. Like, if we're talking about 2-3 years investment, like none of the things that are happening now is relevant, and including their birds and everyone else, we can be happy about 500-600 floor or 7 or whatever, and it's fine. But I feel like if you're looking at long term game, like we
Mhm.
need to see how this is going to be next year, and we are still in a bear market, and maybe like year after that, that's where really you're gonna feel like what is happening today. If you take a screenshot of that, is gonna be very different in two three
Yeah.
years, like
The
100%.
the
yeah,
problem
exactly.
the
You got to be
problem I
patient for
see
sure.
with that is that it's so new and so early. You don't have investors investing with that mentality. You have investors investing with, oh, I'm going to be rich in a week. And well, especially when the bull market was happening. But now that we're in a bear, like you don't see that mentality because the space is so young. But when you do have those people investing now with that mentality, those are the people you'll see, like you said, 5 years from now doing very well. And you have to kind of sift through the crap projects or the projects that are just all about the hype and trying to make a quick buck versus the projects you see building, really building a foundation and putting themselves in those 3 to 5 years from now timelines. Because if you don't have a project that is doing that, if you have a project just like, oh yeah, my roadmap is a drop, a breeding, and then maybe a marketplace, like that can be done in a year tops. What are you doing to not prolong, but to give longevity to your project? Are you building partnerships, legit partnerships, not trait collaborations, but legit partnerships with other projects? Are you building sustainability so you can fund your project without having to drop NFT after NFT? And is your team, in a place where they're not going to be like, hey, I need to stop doing this because I'm not making money and I quit my IRL job or whatever, what may be the situation. So like, yeah, it's
Absolutely.
tough. It's tough because most investors aren't looking at long term, and you have different situations for everybody. Do you have that money set aside for investing long term, or are you just playing with your paycheck to paycheck? Because if you're playing paycheck to paycheck, it's a dangerous game.
Yeah. Let me just tell you guys this, and then I need to run.
Okay, yeah,
So
we've been going long.
fucking
Sorry about that.
fucking Millie came to me. That was before Clay drop, Clay mint, and he said, "Hey man, I saw you. I don't know in whatever Discord. Look, I have 200 ADA. what I need to do to make like 5,000 ADA. I was like, what the fuck? What is wrong with this dude? Who the fuck is this guy? And I
That's
actually
awesome.
told him go and fucking mint clays. He never did that, and he would actually make that money. But it was so
Oh,
funny.
that's
So just so
hilarious.
you guys
That's a
know.
funny story.
Yeah.
That's
I
hilarious.
you brought up Axie Infinity earlier, and I think at the beginning of this year their token dropped to 0. And I just wanted to remind people that even if you're the biggest dog in the game, even if you're trying the hardest you can, things can still make it happen, and you don't always get to walk out as the millionaire.
Mm-hmm.
And even if you had the opportunity to sell at the peak, and it's just the way of the game. And none of this has ever been financial advice, just to clarify, from any of us. But we are all in different situations. If you are living paycheck to paycheck and you're trying to make a quick flip to be able to keep food on your table, I'm going to respect that just as much as people like me who have never sold an NFT and will diamond hand everything.
Yeah. There's different people in every area of crypto, but like you said, just be, for those listening, if you're listening and you're like, man, I only got 300 ADA and I used my last paycheck to buy that 300 ADA, like just be wise. Don't think you're gonna mint a project now and 5x it. You know, like, be wise with what you're doing. Invest in those. If you're going to use that ADA to invest in an NFT project and you have room to play like that, invest in projects that are solid. Don't go chasing rabbit holes, or don't go chasing these projects that are new or whatever, because man, some of those will burn you. And it's tough to say that now because we're in a bear market and that stuff's going to happen. But like, just be wise.
I think it's important to consider. It's important to consider the macroeconomics of what's going on, right? Like a high dollar, nothing rallies with a high dollar. Like the U.S. dollar is so strong, it just becomes impossible for anything. Like nothing can really gain except for the dollar. Like what's crazy is, we're happy about staking. For example, staking ADA for 4.5-5% gains. You can actually get guaranteed cash. Or get guaranteed investments like your GICs, right? You can get those that pay like 4.5% now. So, it's a crazy time because as ADA kind of holds steady or slowly goes down, I mean the 4.5% is not really as attractive as like holding cash. So, if you started holding cash since January, you would have so much more buying power, right, towards the end of this year. And if Bitcoin capitulates again, I mean, imagine how much more buying power you would have had if you just played some defense, which is kind of what I was trying to do.
Yeah.
I mean, Derp kind of, I lost my mind with Derp, but again, sometimes you're lucky, right? So
I know Alex probably had to shoot out. I just wanted to say thank you, Alex, for joining, man, and for talking with us. And I appreciate his feedback on everything and just being honest. Like I said, you never know who you run into in the space and who you'll butt heads with. Like the reason I brought him on is because we have a little bit of history, but I just wanted to get his honest opinion about different things, and I appreciate him coming in and talking. But like I said, you never know who you're gonna run into in the space where you might disagree with, and then months later you're good friends with and you're DMing each other, that kind of thing. So like, always keep that open mindset of just community, like even though somebody may be polarizing on Twitter, you never know when that person might be your next best friend. For example, I know there's a few people on Twitter that are very polarizing and have very opinionated viewpoints on certain things, but you never know when that person might be the next whale in whatever project, or might be the next developer for a tool that is used, or whatever. I'm just talking out of my head right now, but
no, super valid, because like 4 hours ago, you and I weren't able to follow each other on Twitter. Like we were blocked and we were beefing, and now I'm here as a speaker, a guest speaker in your Twitter space, and you're probably the biggest influencer for Dirtbirds on Twitter. So it's like, you never know who you're going to run into, and you never know who you're going to beef with. But my motto is to be healthy, be happy. So like, you do you, I'm gonna do me, and we'll figure it out in the long term.
Yeah, man. I'm sorry. I was reading a comment and thing,
Beautiful.
but I kind of responded. JK, how do you feel about him saying that I'm the biggest derp influencer in the space?
Yeah, 100%. I agree. I agree. I'm an Axie influencer. I'm an
Yeah, yeah,
Axie
yeah.
influencer.
No, I love JK. I love. It's funny because like I don't know, JK, you think this way, but sometimes whenever there's like leaks or different things that happen, I'm like, oh, JK's about to share that on Twitter. I gotta get to it first.
It's almost automatic. Yeah. You know
Yeah,
what's
yeah,
funny is I noticed that Kubi's he's getting quick because like
yeah.
I don't know, I'm always on Twitter. Like I'm working, I have my phone up, I see something, and it's a reaction now. I don't even think about it. And the trick with Twitter is like you have to be clever, but very quick, like quick and clever. Because if you're just quick, it's not effective. So you have to be entertaining to some extent, right? And the people like Wob is really good at it. Farmer Nash is really good at it. That's why they built such a big following, right? It's like testing your wit, you know that twitch. It's like your tweet twitch.
I'm
But
I'm clever but not quick because the chicks dig it.
but you were
I'm
talking about Alex. I think Alex doesn't know he's gonna be the next big influencer. I can
Yeah,
already see it. The guy is really fun to listen to. Like he's got that wicked accent. He's
yeah,
got
yeah.
opinions. He's got opinions. He's not afraid to like shit on projects, shit on like people, but also like he gives credit where credit is due. Right? I think this guy is gonna be like. I think he should stick with it. I really think he should like do a little bit of, go to conferences and record it because I think it's good content.
Yeah, I enjoyed his live feeds. Like that's what. Yeah, Kubi's. I'm responding. It's not letting me add you to that Twitter DM. JK, I don't know if you can add Kubi's to that Derp and Twitter conversation and messages, but I can't add him for whatever reason. But yeah, I enjoyed watching him do the little live feed, and I'm a fan of Alex, man. And like you said, I think if he keeps it up, I mean, he's at 20 almost 2,400 followers on Twitter, and I mean he's has his hands in a bunch of different projects, so it's not like he's like a maxi in one project. He holds bags in multiple projects, so sometimes the opinions of like, okay, for me, example, for like if I say anything about derps, of course I'm gonna say something great about derps. That's a given because I mainly hold derps, but for someone like him, talking about different projects is a good thing because he has his hands in different projects, so like that
Yeah,
level
that's a good point.
of objectivity is higher on
Yeah,
his
and
end.
people follow that. People follow
Hmm.
like if they see you're a whale and you're objective, uh, you get follows for sure. Yeah, and
Yeah.
the Twitter thing, I think it has to be Arafon. He's the one that created those things. I
Okay.
suggested
Okay.
it to somebody to make a Twitter group page. This one is kind of like a DM, but
Uh huh.
uh, I mean it's effective because not everybody's on Discord or wants to like log on to Discord, right? So
Yeah.
uh, I noticed our engagement went up just by having this thing. I know it's annoying for some people, but I think it's effective for just getting more engagement. Which I mean, our engagement, everybody in the Discord that has shared, it's like up 200, 300% just in like a month, right? So,
Yeah. Yeah. The engagement has gone way up. Oh, look, another dirt bird sold 650. What's the floor right now? Let's see. Let's see. Oh, it's still 600. Oh, I think this one was just listed. This is a new one. Yeah, that was just listed. Yeah, it's there's people that are gonna list it to take profit, and that's perfectly fine. But but yeah, there was another one just sold. But yeah, the like to talk about what you were just saying, the Twitter engagement has gone up a bunch. Like I've noticed it on my side. I'm like, man, I made a post, and this is not to like brag or anything. It's not at all. But like, I've noticed when I post stuff, like I'm getting likes like really quick and like retweets and stuff. I'm like, man, what's going on? Like, I'm the kind of guy that will look at my post and be like, did I put something different in my post that would help with the algorithm, or like, is there anything that I've done different? And it's just been just normal stuff, not really anything changed from what I've done in the past. I think Twitter has just kind of bumped up because Dirtbirds has been talked about so much. it's kind of bumped up that algorithm to see, for more people to see it, which is a good thing.
Once Derp hits like 1,000 floor, or say it goes even higher than that, if we go on to kind of like a real moon run or parabolic rise, you will see your engagement go up way high.
Yeah.
I mean, I had posts when Axie Infinity was, because like Axie Infinity in like a year and a half did over 1,000x, like the coin itself. I mean, when it did that, I mean, I was getting like hundreds of followers a day just from posting about random stuff. That's my boy here yelling at me. But yeah, it's a part of the natural thing, and so I think you have to take advantage of it. Like if you're gonna be in this space, Twitter is the way we communicate. I mean, it's pretty obvious, right? It's the fastest way news travels. Discord's great, but Discord's like supplementary to like what actually happens on Twitter. And yeah, I think it's not a bad idea to get some followership on social media.
I want to touch on that because Twitter is a great place for news, and we've had a lot of interest, especially in the CNFT space very recently. I think that has a lot to do with the fact that we're reaching a bear market and people are not looking at all the charts and scalping stuff, but are actually trying to build a stronger community and stronger platforms to work with each other. But also, let's not underestimate the fact that we've had major influencers come into our space and talk about things like wab.eth. You know, like that's what got me started. I've been active on Twitter for less than a month. I've have 400 followers. But like wab.eth came in roasting CNFT communities, and I was just like, this is a little bit over the top and upsetting people, so I'm going to respond.
Yeah, he had an interesting. It had an interesting effect on the space, and I think. I mean, if you tuned in, I think it was a couple weeks ago. I interviewed former Nash. If you were paying attention, and I mean, a lot of people after the fact will say, "Well, it was Wab that came in," but honestly, it was former Nash who kind of like snowball effect the whole ETH NFTs and Sappy Seals coming over to space. Really, it was JK, who's here now in the space, that reached out to former Nash, who knows him, and through DMs, Farmer finally was like, yeah, I'll give it a chance. And he made a post about he thought Cardano people were a bunch of bots and, you know, they weren't real people, and then quickly realized that, you know, we were an actual community and that we were really engaging, and he was surprised. And I think that tweet first was like, oh, wow, this guy's realizing that we're real, and so it boosted that interaction really quick. And then he was like, okay, I'm gonna get a Derp bird because that's what JK told me to do. So he ended up getting a Derp bird.
Within a week of, I think it was 5 days of him joining Cardano, he got retweeted by Charles Hoskinson. I mean,
yeah,
I assume I will never get retweeted by Charles Hoskinson, or he literally just joined and made a hilarious tweet. But I mean, it like the engagement on that was insane, right? And so yeah, it brought a lot of ETH eyes, probably Axie, Solana, because he's kind of just a general, Web3 gamer, kind of content creator, influencer. So yeah, I mean, it's pretty exciting seeing it, and I mean, there's more people, right? Like Cham Medici, I think as he calls himself, he was on the Rare Bloom. I watched that. That was pretty cool, because he's on the Clay Nation team. These little things, I think, take a lot of time to develop, and it doesn't. Nobody wants to enter our blockchain when the price is 36 cents.
Yeah,
it's not exciting. They'll start joining when the price is back to $3 and going for $5 or $10.
Yeah.
That's, I mean, if you think about like how did you get into crypto? I got in when I think Elon Musk. I mean, I was a late comer, right? Elon Musk announced that they were accepting Bitcoin payments, right, for Teslas. That's how I got in, and that was like mid bull market run.
Yeah.
No, and I bought most of my ADA at $2.70, like at the peak of what it was at. So like, I'm lucky that I've lost 10%. My ADA's gone down to 10% of what it was, but my NFTs have 10x. So it's difficult to know how to invest and where to put your money, and people make mistakes left and right. But I just wanted to say that, like, Charles over a year ago said that the number one thing he really needed was either an influencer or a spokesman or a politician or somebody that can really get the message across in a simple way to the people, because he's going to build something complex and strong, but he doesn't know how to explain it. And I very greatly thank you for the history lesson of how Farmer and JK came into the space and really helped us with our influence. But it wasn't until Wab.eth made people
Yeah.
upset that,
Yeah.
that got me triggered and was like, nope, there is
And
quality
it's
influencers in Cardano, but some of them are just asleep. So
yeah,
I woke up.
it's funny how like it's a cool balance, I guess. Like he knows what he's doing, and so like I personally would never do that kind of thing to gain engagement, just because of personal reasons. But there are people that will do that. They understand that sometimes negativity or a contrasting opinion will get people to speak up.
He's a great troll, and
Yeah.
he deserves all the props.
Yeah.
Like, anger spreads on the internet faster than any other emotion,
Positivity,
and he
yeah.
can get it, and he can trigger it, and he gets the attention from people. And there's a lot of people that want to, like, misery enjoys company. You know, there's a lot of people that want to bring you down and enjoy feeling pain with you, and that's kind of what he plays with, and that's perfectly fine. It's a beautiful art in a sense, but I feel like he's almost even sarcasm. Like, he's not even there yet. He's just kind of triggering people's emotions with like manipulation almost, and making them angry when it's like attempting to be sarcasm. And sarcasm is even just like a weak form of satire. And I've looked at the market and I've looked at the entertainment spaces, and it's so rare and hard to find true satire. And for somebody who's studied cinema and wanted to be an actor in my life, like, I absolutely adore satire, and it's hard for me to see it so misinterpreted and misused today. 'Cause what I see in Wab.e is bad satire.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I was admiring the the Dirtbird floor. I just noticed that there was like a spree of scare derps that was sold. So I was looking at the pricing of like a rare derp, because that would be like the next level, and like the rare and scare floor is very close. So I was kind of looking at that. But yeah, there's different takes on and different opinions on WAB. Of course, everyone has their own opinion, but the cool thing is, like, that's kind of, I guess, in a way died down, but you have those people that chose to engage and that are here to stay. I don't know. I saw a post from Tiffy on Twitter, and I don't know if she was just like trolling or if she was being legit. But I saw she had mentioned something about leaving Sappy Seals. I don't know how true that is. But someone like Tiffy, like, she came in, she was accepted by the Cardano community because we enjoyed her derivative pieces of art. We actually have people here in the queue. Fedacto has a derivative art from her. So, like, yeah, it's been fun to see those people engage and be plugged in with the community and part of the ecosystem.
I think there's not that many ETH communities that are overly active, because imagine, ETH is at $5,000 and now it's like hovering above 1,000, and your NFTs would also be like it's like doing leverage trading on ETH. So if ETH is down 80%, then you're probably another 50% on top of that. Like, imagine how down your morale would be, right? Whereas on ADA, like, I mean, we did lose a lot, but a lot of projects were still kind of building, and there, I don't know, I feel like there's less hype.
No, not just that, but imagine being an ETH and waiting or getting postponed for a full year to get your fork, your hard fork, and your upgrade to work on your gas fees and work on everything else, and then it's kind of rug right when it gets installed. Like, you've already been delayed for so long, and then it's not very good. Like, I totally understand that people are running away, not just because the floors are dropping, but because also the tech isn't upgrading or moving fast enough to keep up with the other spaces and the other blockchains. And that's just my humble opinion. And you're right, WAD.eth kind of it had a storm, but he's died down. And I tried to catch on to the coattails and ride it up, but I'm not going to just stop because he stopped. And I'm also
Yeah,
getting distracted by the floor. And I just wanted to say that there's 3 Derp birds available, and the floor will get to 650. Like there's one for 600, one's for 639, one
Yeah.
for 640, and then we hit the 650 mark. And I think that's a good milestone for the day.
Yeah,
yeah.
I want to kind of wrap it up here because we're going on. Phew, what time is it? We've been live for almost 2.5 hours now. That's been a little while. Usually I don't do Derp and Coffee that long, but it's been a fun one today. But I wanted to wrap it up with this video you shared from, I guess it was Cardano Thor's stream from last night or yesterday. I just wanted to watch it real quick.
I loved his reaction.
Yeah.
It was so genuine. I was just watching his stream, like,
Yeah.
the replay of it, and then he just started going through like the top projects, and then his reaction was like, Jesus, like,
Yeah.
I laughed out loud.
It's funny because
such a-
people think like because it's become so common for projects that pump to just, if they pump quick, to die back down. It happens time and time again. You see it countless times, and it's happened with us, but it's been setting, I guess, in technical analysis terms, it's been setting higher lows each time it does it. And another thing, it's been more of a organic pump than an artificial one. Like you're seeing, yeah, those people will chase the pump, and then you'll see them a couple days later, if we're not going anywhere, start listing almost for less than what they bought it for. And so, but you're seeing right now what's happening is new wallet holders are holding and not listing. And so we've reduced our supply and we've increased the floor, and it's been steadily rising. So like to have someone like him, he probably, the last time he looked at Derps, we were probably at a 400 floor. And then now, you know, he just like was like, Jesus, like we're at a 600 something floor. So it's been fun. It's been a fun ride. And I'll say it again, we have a lot of things being announced over the next couple of days that will get more eyes on the project. Maybe not necessarily pump OG Derp floor, but it will get eyes on the project. You have partnership announcements happening. You have 2.0 is, you know, we have those leaks out there. The trailer is right around the corner. I think he said, from what I remember him saying in Discord, maybe a couple weeks time. I don't think he put a definite time on it, but he said it's soon. So we'll see. But man, once that 2.0 and people are seeing that new art like live, like maybe animated or in a trailer form, like that always gets you hyped for something, you know. Like it's cool seeing like steady pictures, but to see it in like a video form in a trailer, kind of like a movie trailer, is always exciting. So you know, when people start seeing that, because that'll push the algorithm on Twitter. When people start seeing that on Twitter, boom, they're gonna be jumping in trying to buy up something, you know. So man, it's exciting to see only like 183 listings and a 600 floor. We saw what happened last time when we were at 400 floor and only 100 listings, and then we shot up to 670 like that, like instantly. We retracted, but now we're at 600 something floor. We could shoot up to 800, potentially 1,000, retract, and we'll be sitting steady at an 800 floor a couple of days from now or a week from now. You know, you never know. But anyway, I wanted to show this video. Those on the Twitter space may not see it or hear it, but if you're on Twitter or if you're on YouTube, you can see it. It's a video that JK retweeted or shared of Cardano Thor. I just want to play it and get a little laugh.
I wish I had more of these.
More
Derp
of
birds
these.
pumping still up to 633 ADA floor. Jesus.
He's like, Derp Burbs pumping still up to 630 ADA floor. Jesus. And he grabbed his coffee. That was so funny.
Did they just surpass
because
Yummy?
he gave out so for
I
his
think they just
15793
surpassed Yummy.
drop, he did a giveaway where he gave out 6 of them, and I think at the time the
wow.
floor was like 300 to
Yeah.
350.
Yeah.
So, and I think he bought them all for like 100, 120. So like it was almost a 3x. And so then when he saw it's like 6x since like a month and a half ago, 2 months, I think that's why he kind of had to like go, Jesus, and then take a sip like, what was I thinking?
Yeah, yeah,
Giving away my dirt. I think obviously he still owns them, and he did it because he's trying to, he's trying to grow his game
yeah. Of
in our
course.
community. But it was still a hilarious reaction, and I love the guy. The guy is a great content creator.
Yeah, I love Thor. I like Thor. I like I've been watching uh is that Brian? It's man.
Oh, Blake,
Blake CNF. Yes, I was like, it starts with a B, but it's not Brian. It's Blake. I've been enjoying him. He does a weekly kind of live video where he touches on like the top 10, but then he kind of talks about, if he's holding any of them or just the crypto space. I just like his mentality. He's a very down to earth guy, very mature in his thinking. He's not a hype guy. I enjoy watching him. I enjoy his streams. His streams are very professional, very good looking. I kind of got some of the ideas of what I'm doing here on my YouTube stream from him. And so, yeah, I enjoy him. I've been enjoying Cardano Thor. I like Freedom 35ers. They're a good YouTube as well to check out. They do analysis and kind of talk about different top projects or different ones that are minting at the time. Maybe more of an update on up and coming projects, more than like a weekly update kind of thing. But if there's anybody here, I'm going to wrap it up now. If there's anybody here that's listening and has any questions about derps before I go, feel free. If not, we're going to call it a day. So if you want to speak, raise your hand or request to speak. If not, I'll give it like a couple minutes. But I'll continue to talk while I wait if you want to speak. But I appreciate everybody tuning in. All the derp pictures I see here. I see some JPEG, junky PFPs. So what's up, Wolves of Rome? Thank you for tuning in.
Hey guys, Kyle from Wolves of Rome here. Big Derp fan, Derp holder, and a member of the community. So I'm on the project account just because that's how I follow everybody.
Yeah.
I'm super pumped about partner staking. I think I'm quite interested in how it's been approached from the Derp side. Obviously, it's something that has been talked about in the Discord for a while, and there's 5 partners being revealed. I'm quite bullish on how they're going about it, also being a bit selective. I think that's cool.
Yeah.
Is that something that's being discussed with the current big holders and they're helping guide the process of? I mean, this is I guess what I'm asking is that something that is everyone who is kind of having a say internally and saying these are the projects that we're really keen on being able to stake inside of the Derp community? Is that what's going on?
I can't speak for who Dave talks to on the team. JK might know more, but I know Dave does pay attention to Discord and sees who we're talking about and sees the projects that our holders talk about or are involved in. As far as it being an official like, hey Dave, we should partner with this one, I don't think there has been like that, but yeah. I know Dave and the team personally are being selective in who they partner with, because they don't want to partner with a project that a month from now will be rugged or whatever. Like they're gonna put their name behind projects that are solid. You know what I'm saying? That's just my issue.
I can speak a little bit on this.
Okay.
I can see that.
Your mic cut out, JK.
Oh, shoot.
You're back. I can hear you now.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
The floor started rising relatively fast, and then
you're really robotic. Like you're cutting in and out of connection.
Don't you love that when someone's got the exact answer?
Hey,
the exact answer you need.
I have to tell you this secret.
It's like the last words. My 18-word passphrase is, and then cut off.
JK, you there?
Maybe I can.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Testing. Okay, I'm on speaker now. I think my earpods are dying.
Oh, okay.
Can you hear me? Testing?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Are you there? You're muted now.
As soon as they announced partner staking, the DMs just exploded. So
Yeah.
yeah, I would say if you want to try to get into the next phases, send a DM, or if you have Dave on DMs, just do a personal. I think it is at the moment just him choosing projects that he wants to work with, because it's not. I think it is a better way to do it, because you don't ever want to pump the project so hard. Um, like for example, Cardano Lands is kind of doing that, and Ape Society. I'm not sure if it's the best way to go about it, because it becomes kind of like you cause a lot of like unnatural like hype, right? You cause this like mania kind of, or you kind of cause this unnatural event where like, let's just get 200 people to like, or 200 projects and all the people in their community to like jump into ours. Um, I don't know. I have like PTSD from Axie Infinity, so I don't like that. I would rather see. I love how they're doing a beta phase. Like, I mean, who the hell does a beta phase for staking? Like, it just, to me, it's just like they really put thought into this, right? They want to see that it works. Once they've got proof that the system works, then they'll expand it maybe to 10, maybe to 15. And I don't know. I even like the fact that they said if a project is not doing well, they're gonna kick them out. Like that's how it should be. You don't want to.
Yeah, there's going to be an evaluation phase. Like if they see like, oh man, this project is sending up some red flags or whatever. Or if there's one that they are like, hey, we want to put this, say you have a limit of, I don't know, 20 at one point, and you're like, well, this project is not really doing what they said they were going to do, and maybe the devs are a little inactive or what's going on. But I see this project that's asking to be in the staking program. Let's bump them in there, so it's kind of like a kind of almost like Cardano Lands, like how they have their system set up, like you're only going to be in there if you get a certain amount of votes. I mean, not necessarily that way, but there's like a, hey, you got to perform to be able to keep your staking intact with the partnership program. And that's not in any way being like, oh, you're not any good anymore. Like that's just, it's healthy because you want the best of the best projects earning your derp, so.
Absolutely, man. And you want something that the current community on the derp side are happy to see involved, like they have an interest in. You don't want to be driving interest, you rather want to be using that to reward holders and giving utility. So yeah, totally agree. And yeah, I had a few minutes of chatting to Dave at CNFTCon, and we've been chatting prior to this past weekend. So definitely something we spoke about. I'm just super interested. I'm watching it all unfold. Gamified staking. I've enjoyed the process of staking my NFTs, my derps, and I'm just really keen to watch it all unfold. Shout out to Owlette. Hope you're doing better since the up. It's nice to meet you at CNFTCon, and I have to go. It's my daughter's bedtime now, so I'm gonna hop off the stage. But it was good to meet you guys, and nice
thank
to chat.
you for stopping in, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, and like JK said before you go, like just if you have a DM open with Dave, just hit him up. I know y'all's project and y'all's name is known around the community, so I'm sure he will definitely consider it if he hasn't already, including you guys in the program. So, but yeah, it's exciting. I'm excited to see the next one's announced, and I'm excited to see the process of like how this works, because there's a difference. You saw the Ape Society, they had like pages of listings of their non ape staking projects. Some of them I've never heard of. Maybe I'm not as involved in seeing new projects as I should be, but I like the exclusivity of the way that Derps is going about it. It kind of adds that extra level of like, oh man, this project. Oh, eventually, hopefully, I hope one day Derps is at a point where like, oh man, this project got with Dirtbirds partner staking. Like they must be a legit project, like it's that kind of branding that you want to start pushing. And I think this is the way that Dave and the team are doing it. They're like setting it up to where, the brand of Dirtbirds is not just a derpy, dumb looking bird, but it's derp, it's Dirtbirds. Like they're, like oh, it's BAYC, or oh, it's D gods, that kind of thing. And I think that's smart to start doing that now. Like, don't wait until you get there. Start doing it now, and then it'll follow. Follow step. Got somebody here that wants to speak.
I gotta. Just before I go, I just gotta tease a little something to our Derp friends because this next, I gotta do it. I can't help it. We got a little something planned, and it is Derp related.
Awesome.
And it is something that I've been speaking to Dave about, and it is quite exciting. And it's relating to one of the collections that you all have.
Uh-huh.
And I'm not going to say anything more. I'm just going to tease a little bit there.
I think I know.
End of this month is going to be fun. End of this month is going to be fun. That's all I'm saying. All right. I'm going to hop off before I get in trouble. I'll see you before I say too much. I'll catch you guys later.
That's a Halloween leak. I heard a Halloween leak right there. Leak.
Yeah. There's something happening for Halloween, and it's got some Derp style NFTs linked to it, and it's going to be something.
I'm sure CDCC and Benji are gonna appreciate that. I don't know if they're listening right now, but I know they're big Wolves of Realms holders. So we'll see.
Thanks, dude. Yeah, they might already know what's going on.
Yeah. Appreciate you, man. Have a good night, and I appreciate you tuning in, man. I'm looking forward to hearing what's coming up for all these projects for you guys. I know you guys are solid from what I've heard from the team, from some of the members. You guys are solid, have a great project, and I'm excited about the future of Derps for real. Like, it's fun building because like you see the foundation being like worked on and building, and then you just kind of add on top of it. It's been a blast, even though it's taken time, and even though the degen side of me is like, I want it now. It's really cool to see the building process and being a part of it. But Maestro, what's up, man? How you doing?
Yo, Malao, thanks for having me. I just wanted to say thanks for the space. I never really listened to one of these or even talked to that, but it got me to FOMO because I was DMing Ronit Bora today about Scarab Bird he had coming up, but I didn't have the ADA for it, so we haggled a bit, and he said like, all right, this many ADA with maybe an ape, and then he said, wait, I'm not going to do it. I'm getting the FOMO, so I'm going to delist when I get home. So I said, sure, man, no problem. I know I have to FOMO myself.
Yeah.
But then he was at work, so he was still listed. So I bought more ADA, and then I bought his bird. So I just wanted to share the story on this space.
That's funny.
I tweeted about it. I feel bad a bit, but also I don't feel bad.
Don't feel bad. He listed it. It's his own fault.
I know.
Yeah.
But we had a gentleman's agreement, and he said, I'm sorry. But it was a deal, so I couldn't back out of it. So I know you wanted to wrap things up, but I just wanted to share.
No, that's fine. I love hearing that. All is fair in JPEG listing, right? You list it. It don't matter if you don't have the hardware to be able to be on the fly mobile delisting stuff from JPEG, man, you're not gonna make it. And in the derp world, you're not gonna make it. Things go fast. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, sometimes too fast. I've had the same experience when I was on the other hand, but now it's good to be on this side of the
receiving end of it. Yeah. Of being the one causing the pain. That's always fun sometimes.
Exactly. So thanks.
That's awesome. I appreciate it. Yeah, Ronit is a huge Derp bird, OG Derp bird, and so it's funny to hear that. He's like, so Maestro basically said like he wanted to delist. He's like, no, I'm not giving it to you, and he wanted to delete this. And Maestro's like, yeah, well, I'm gonna buy 37-cent ADA and buy it anyway. So that's funny.
I love the story, and I just because we were talking about partnerships right before Maestro showed up, I just wanted to bring up the fact, because they didn't get brought up, that I think Arena Phoenix is still minting, and if you mint anything with a Derp trait, you will earn those tokens.
Mm-hmm.
And that's also a collaboration with one of my other favored projects of the Ada Army. They're doing the Peppermint, running the mint for the Arena Phoenix, and they're the only project that I know of that are currently doing passive income paid out in ADA directly. And I'm not trying to shill. I'm just saying
No, that's
that it's a
fine.
really interesting collaboration, and I would love to see the Dirt Birds and the Ada Army work together in the future. But we are approaching winter, and it's time to start hugging each other. And these are the partnerships. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, I know a couple of Ada Army derps that rock at Ada Army PFP. At least maybe not in the Discord, but on Twitter, I interact with a few of them. But yeah, that's cool. Yeah, the Arena Phoenix definitely. I don't know the name of the mint that they're doing right now, but I know
It's their third
Called
mint,
Fluffy.
and they're called the
Fluffies.
Fluffies.
Fluffies. Yes. So yeah, if you mint a Fluffy with a derp trait, you earn their token. The Wari, or correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know the name of their token, but you can earn derp.
It's War, I think. I don't know if
War?
it's WAR or WARE, but it's essentially War,
Yeah.
like the card game.
So you earn their token, plus you earn derp token. I think that is rewarded through their own. They have their own supply of derp that they're rewarding to those that hold that trait. So yeah, that's exciting, dude. Derp is gonna be everywhere. You know, it's gonna be fun. It's fun, and the cool thing about the derp token, I know a lot of people are like, man, why don't y'all have a liquidity pool set up? This token is to be used in a different way. It's not going to be like, oh man, I'm going to sell dirt. You can sell dirt for ADA if you want, but it's going to be a utility token that's used inside the ecosystem. For right now, it's being used for raffles. There's raffles going on right now. I think there's I want to say, let me look.
I don't think there's any active raffles right now, but there have been a few already gone through. Like the raffle system works well.
There's an uncommon derp, a pretty sick one, a derpling, a pendulum, which you can get derp from staking that, and a bag of 10k derp is being raffled right now. Each of them are about 5 days, 5 hours from ending. So yeah, derp can be spent on raffles right now. It'll be spent in the future. When you do the 2.0 conversion, you'll have to have derp to do that conversion. Very little, but that would be another utility. You'll be spending it on traits, the Pred Armory, maybe the marketplace will be utilizing derp to buy certain things. Maybe even being able to use derp to buy derps. That'd be cool. So there's a lot of stuff that derp is useful for, and the sky's the limit. There was the whole Fortress leaks with Mutant Labs. No telling what that is. Maybe derp being used in other marketplaces as well, possibly. So yeah, it's really cool. It's an exciting time for derps. It's an exciting time for a lot of these projects that are building now in this bear, because we're at 640 floor, because these projects that are building now are going to be the ones that just rocket, or that are above and beyond once that bull market hits, because they were building during a time when maybe nobody else was building, or maybe no one else really had the funding to do it, unfortunately. But it's really cool to see some of these teams putting out some pretty incredible stuff during this time. That gets me excited for whenever that bull market hits, what is possible during those times for these projects. But yeah, I'm gonna wrap it up here. I am hungry. It is 12:37 on my side. I gotta eat some lunch, and I've gone way longer, but it's been fun. I enjoy it. I enjoy everybody that spoke today. JK, Michael, Wolves of Rome, Alex, the guest speaker, Maestro, Mark, all these guys that came up to speak. Thank you guys so much. And it was a fun time. I really did. Guys, I do this every Saturday. I try to, at least. I'll post about if I am doing it or not. Either on Twitter, I usually post a couple days before I actually talk about what I'm going to be speaking about, or who the guest speaker might be, or that kind of thing. I do it a couple days before. Then also I put the event in Derp Discord, so you can know specifically, your local time when it's going on. So if you're not a part of Derp Discord, man, join up. Hit us up in Derp Discord. It's a fun time. It's always moving, active. I enjoy it. I find myself sometimes I'm scrolling on JPEG and I just have Derp Discord up in the other screen and I'm just laughing at people talking. I lurk more than most people, I think, and it's fun because like I just sit there and just laugh at people talking, just sharing different gifts and different stories. And before I forget, congratulations, Millie. I know you might not be listening all the way at this 2 hours and 50-minute stream, but Millie, OG model derp, one of the best derps in the land, just got engaged to his beautiful girlfriend, now fiance. So I want to say congratulations to Millie, and I'm looking forward to all the baby derplings in the near future. All right, so appreciate you guys. Y'all have a great day. Enjoy the rest of your evening if you're from the UK or the EU or wherever. And if you're from down under, you're probably just waking up now. Thank you guys so much for all you that have supported this channel and my Twitter. And somebody just requested. Who is that? Oh Lord. Oh, here we go. Here we go.
I was just about to say, great job, Milau.
Oh, thank you. What you want, Slumber?
You guys are still on this.
Yes, I'm still, because these people keep talking. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
But last question.
Okay, last question. I'll answer it, and then I'll end the space without any feedback. All right, here we go.
All right, are founders allowed to die after Mitt?
Yo, all right. I didn't even answer him. I just wanted to do that. Anyway, good night, Cancraft. Appreciate you tuning in. Thank you guys for tuning in to the YouTube live stream, the first one ever on this channel. Thank you guys so much. So I will be doing kind of these live streams alongside the Derp and Coffee Twitter Spaces, kind of give a little bit of a different interaction for those that may not be able to listen on their mobile device, and then have Discord or YouTube up or whatever. But thank you guys so much. Appreciate you tuning in. Hey, if you're still here, subscribe to the YouTube channel. It helps. Maybe if I get over 1,000 subscribers one day, I can make a little bit of money off of doing live streams or whatever. I don't know, and put it towards buying more derps. Who knows? But thank you guys so much for tuning in. Appreciate you guys. Y'all have a great evening. I am ending the stream right now. Yes.